I think I'm on stream now. Yes, I am. I just need to quickly do something in Discord and then we should be good. But yes, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I cannot find slobs in my applications on Discord, which is a slight problem. I think I may have minimized it. Ah, yes. Okay, that should fix things. Hello, yes, I'm Source. I will be running Super Mario Odyssey Darker Side today. It is, as far as I'm aware, the longest run in the marathon, so I would get comfortable. But yeah, the goal of this category in comparison to 20%, we get 500 moons, which unlocks the darker side of the moon, and then once we've beaten that, that's the end of the run. But yeah, it should take just over 3 hours. My PB is a 3:12, but yeah, hopefully I'll get a decent amount under estimate. I just wanted to, you know, give myself a decent bit of leeway. And yes, I am joined by 04. I think he's muted in VC. But yes, he is here at the moment. But yeah, BP's having some technical difficulties, so he might arrive late. And I think I'm just waiting for the go-ahead to start my run. Oh, I have been pinged. So yes, I think we are good to go. I'm going to quickly set something up that just negates for an issue that might arise at one point in the run. I'll explain that in a second. And yeah, we're going. So yeah, to explain what I just did, I set my clock to an hour before daylight savings time goes off in the UK, because that's when my Switch is set to. So an hour into the run in Seaside Kingdom, I plant a seed, and if I plant it in the wrong pot, it will take significantly longer to grow. So the reason that I set my clock up there is because daylight savings time will go off an hour into the run and will automatically warp my clock forward an hour. So if I plant it in the wrong pot, I don't have to worry about waiting later on for the seed to grow. So yeah, it's basically planning for a potential mistake, but even for marathon purposes, I want to be able to lose as little time as possible. But yeah, we also have an incentive that will be happening about 3 hours in, so you have time to get your donations in. It's in Luncheon 3, there is a toad that wants to listen to a specific piece of music. And we actually have 2 options for that track, which is track 4 or track 46. And one of them only takes one more menu input than the other. But people usually prefer track 46 to listen to, but track 4 is obviously faster, so it's kind of like in Super Metroid, where you have the incentive to save or kill the animals. One is obviously faster, but the other's maybe a little bit more fun. But yeah, you can get your donations in for that. And yeah, we just need to quickly grab this checkpoint here, because when I come back to cap about 2.5 hours into the run, I need to warp up to it. Also, I missed left side, which is not a huge surprise, but yeah, can easily back it up. And here's the first Brutal. The fight takes about 10 seconds. They're not really that extravagant. The more exciting boss fights later in the run. Also, I took damage. Nice 229 to start off. But yeah, there are a lot more interesting boss fights than just the Brutals themselves. Actually, speaking of the Brutals, there was a strat found recently that we have aptly named Nut Tap, where you can hover a bomb in the air to get a free hit on Harriet in one of the phases. But yeah, I'm not able to do that, so that won't be happening in this run. Oh wait, I split. It's fine. I can just undo it. This is the thing, I'm just used to splitting for stuff, but yeah, if I just undo it, we're back at the start. Yeah, I think because of the way it's set up, the only way that 04 can hear me is through my stream, so it might be a bit weird on commentary, but we'll see. Hopefully things should be fine. But yeah, we're now heading into Cascade, which also you won't see any huge changes from any percent. The real like big changes, if you watch any percent speedruns of this game, will be in Sand. So yeah, the Cascade in Darker is actually the exact same as top level any percent, because grabbing the chest moon is significantly faster in Darker, because the moon that we grab in any percent in the quote unquote normal route, you can grab when you come back into the kingdom in about an hour and a half. And you'll find that a lot in this run. There's a lot of moons that I'll go past, and if you've played this game, you'll think like, surely he could just grab that, like right now, and save time, but something later on will make it more convenient to get it at a later point. So yeah. And yeah, this is probably the first proper boss fight, I'd argue, for the game. All you have to do is grab the chain chomp and send it back at Madame Brood when she tries to throw it at you. But yeah, we just do a little setup here to instantly stop the chain chomp and capture it. So yeah, and we also need to grab some coins here, because one thing I'll mention real quick is Toadette Achievements, which are a pretty vital point of how this run ticks. At the end of the run, unfortunately, we have to sit for about 5 or 6 minutes just talking to Toadette, because she gives us 31 moons at the end of the run for completing various achievements throughout it. And one of those is getting 1,000 coins. So yeah, throughout the run I need to make sure that I get at least 1,000 coins so that we can get that moon at the end. And also to consider the fact that I need to buy shop moons during the run as well, but those easily fall under the 1,000 requirement, so I shouldn't have any issues buying those. But I imagine I'll be able to back it up relatively quickly if we run into any problems. Okay, well, there you go. Also, we may see the first moon clip here if I get it right. I don't think I did. Basically, in this run, yeah, there are 3 times where you can use a moon to clip through either a wall or a roof. If you are inside the moon and throw Cappy as you're about to grab it, Mario will up-warp and warp ever so slightly into the direction that you throw Cappy. So you can use it to get through walls and roofs, and I could have done it there to get up to the Odyssey a little bit quicker. What's your favorite post-game kingdom? I've been asked this question actually quite a lot, and I've put a decent amount of thought into it, but I don't think I really have one that I like above the rest. There are definitely some that are more enjoyable than others, but yeah, I think I just generally enjoy post-game, except for WSM, because WSM sucks. It's probably the hardest part of the run, because it's 3 kingdoms that are one decently long. They're all basically 10 minutes each, and they have a lot of very technical movement and strats in them, which makes it a bit of a pain in the ass. Darker fish pog. And yeah, Sand is, like I said, the first kingdom where you'll see a significant change from any percent, because we, excluding Wooded, in main game of Darker, we get world peace in every single kingdom. Wooded, we come back in post game and just finish it off by fighting Talk Drift. But yeah, that's the significant change in a lot of the kingdoms, because basically, because we're getting 500 moons, it's advised to get world peace so that we can open the moon rocks once we get into post game, which usually give us a lot of fast moons to use to get to the 500 total. Also, we'll see the first instance of a dram strat here, if I do it correctly, where we use a capture to warp back up somewhere after we've grabbed a moon, and I'm pretty sure that worked. So you'll see, after I get this moon, I'm straight up here, and I'm also in a bullet bill, which is also helpful because I can use it to get over to this pyramid. And this is the first roll cancel clip, which is where if you do a roll cancel right against a wall, you will go straight through, like that. Also, I see the stream lagging a bit. I'm hoping that's not on my end. I can try and look into fixing it if it's an issue from me.
I would like to interrupt real quick if that's okay. I
Yeah,
need to wait for a response on the stream's end because of technical difficulties.
I see.
Sure. We got a £10 donation from Eden8 that says, "Oh, and track 46 for Source28 smiley face." Thank you very much for the donation.
Thanks, Eden. Yeah, I think I'm definitely a track 46 enjoyer, but when I'm on PB pace, I usually pick track 4. Also, I see BP typing in the Discord, so we may see BP at some point. But yeah, I realize it's kind of hard for commentators to butt in because there's a risk of talking over me. So I'll try to carry as much as I can unless commentators want to interject and correct me on something if I say something wrong, because BP and O4, both of my commentators, are better than me at this category. O4 is the world record holder with a 3:06.24, and BP has a 3:08.56, if I'm correct about that. And I have a 3:12.46, so yeah, they both have a good few minutes on me. And yeah, this is another brutal fight here.
I might have to interrupt again because we got another £10 donation. Oh. The donation goes up really quick. Eden8 tipped another £10 donation. Says, save the animals. Good luck, everyone. Thank you very much once again for the £10.
Yeah, I assume that'll be going towards MM2's run. Save the animals, smile. Unless you're playing a randomizer, in which case you'll end up fighting Ridley. I had that unfortunate fate. Mario Odyssey has been out for almost 3.5 years. It has, yeah. And we found a lot in that time. I didn't actually explain an alternative strat that could be used here. About a year ago now, I'd say, we found a trick that we call IP skip instead of IP clip, which you can use to completely skip the inside of the inverted pyramid. You climb up the side, clip inside the wall using a corner clip, and then you can use it to jump straight to the top. Which, yeah, saves about 40 or 50 seconds from a basic standpoint, but obviously in Darker, you saw I got 2 moons inside the pyramid there, so we have to replace those with moons later in the run. So it saves about 20 to 30 seconds in Darker. I'd say it's about 30 seconds. So yeah, it's a little less impactful in Darker compared to World Peace, but it's still a significant time save in a 3-hour category. Damn, sad Eden. Also, yeah, it's time to fuel our crippling gambling addiction by doing the slot machine. It is not actually random. If I do a clockwise spin throw, we should get all of them here. Like this. He mentioned World Peace. Yeah, don't play World Peace. I'm kidding. World Peace is a good category. It's just, you know, not for me, I would say. Rigged SMH. There we go. And yeah, we get a little bit of time here while we sit through this moon cutscene. And yeah, there are a few unskippable cutscenes in the run. There's quite a bit of downtime in main game, but once we get into the post-game portion of the run, which takes up the majority of the run, you'll see a lot more action. If I'm correct, I think in my PB, my main game is a 125, and my post-game is about a 147. So, yeah. Can you run in the Insaniacs Marathon? I don't think so, no. I wasn't running Darker Side about... I started running Darker properly about a year ago. It was at the start of quarantine that I decided to run this category, and now I run it every day, pretty much. But yeah, that might have been dangerous, because, yeah, DD's been a long time player of this category. Or it might have been Bayleaf, actually. Bayleaf was probably one of the first people that took Darker seriously, I would say. Darker in SMO is similar to 120 shines in SMS. I think that could be said, yeah. It's kind of like the completionist run, in a way. I mean, of course, you have, like, all moons and 100%, which, you know, do actually complete the game to way bigger degrees than this category does, but I think Darker is a good middling ground in the sense that it shows everything that the game has to offer without being, like, too heavily prolonged with, you know, moons that are incredibly slow, like volleyball and stuff like that. So yeah. Audio appears to be desynced a little. I should check the Discord, but yeah, if somebody wants to chime in and tell me that it's on my end, then feel free. Because yeah, I can try take a look at fixing things. It'd also be a weight off my conscience to know that I'm not messing up the stream. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I usually see with this category, like, main game is almost like setting up for the post game, because Darker actually has the lowest moons per minute in the entirety of all the main board categories, just because post game is so fast, because it just rockets the average down. It was a similar thing with Focus's run, I see. But yeah, if there's anything I can do about it, Pods, let me know. I'll try to do some hack command stuff in the middle of cutscenes, especially while I'm still in main game. But yeah, once we get into post game, the only cutscenes you really get are Talk Drift and then the Moon Dump. Because from Mushroom 1 to to Luncheon 2, which I know makes no sense to anybody who doesn't know this category, but from about an hour and a half in to 2.5 hours in, we use paintings to get around the kingdom. So you'll see my moon counter at the left stack up very quickly. And yeah, we do actually get to the point where there's just an ellipsis over it because the game can't display any more moons. But I think if I do the maths, we dump 265 moons? No, 255 moons, yeah. We dump 255 moons into the Odyssey at the end of Luncheon 2. And yeah, it takes like a whole 40 seconds, which is pretty much my only downtime that I get. If there's any large amount of downtime, I can try and reload the stream on our end. The credits are also a pretty uninteresting portion, but that's not for another hour. Yeah, I do send 2 bird, Bugfish. There's a video delay by like a second. Interesting. Also, yeah, don't mind me with my can of Sprite. I'm being unhealthy today. I normally just drink water, but yeah. It's on our end? Alright. I'll, get it off my, conscious then. He yoinked my can of Sprite? I did. I asked Eden for a can of Sprite, because we ordered pizza. And yeah, I was planning to finish it before we started things here, but yeah. We're a little bit ahead of schedule. I am local recording, yes. As far as I'm aware, I can quickly double check. Yes, I am local recording. Substitution your control. Listen, I washed my hands, alright, Silo? None of this slander. I did wash my hands. Eden can confirm this, because they probably heard me go to the bathroom. Gonna do it likely while swapping between worlds. I mean, yeah, that works. There's about a minute between kingdoms each time anyway, so you won't really miss much if you do it once I globe for a specific kingdom. May have given me an idea. Oh lord. Chat's conspiring while I'm trying to play the game. Also, another thing as well, while I'm talking about paintings, it actually matters that I go to Wooded first here. Because of how the painting cycle works. Also, hey Ram, thanks for the good luck. Did I? Yeah, I landed on the right part of the woods here. I had to go far enough in to make sure I landed at the right point. Yeah. It's, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, I was talking about why we go to Wooded first. So basically, Wooded is before Sand in the painting chain. And in Wooded 2, we will take a look at a hint art so that we can get a moon in Sand. And obviously, if we go to Lake first, then Wooded in post-game will be after Sand. So yeah, it does actually matter when I go to these kingdoms. Did you get ice cream, Eden? I'll probably grab some once I'm done with this. But yeah, it only loses 3 seconds to go to Lake first, but usually in normal runs, it causes your splits to mess up as well, which is kind of a problem. So it's usually a reset if you mess that up. And yeah, this is going into deep woods is actually optimal for this category. In your casual playthrough, you might have fallen down here and been like, well, this is pretty useless. But yeah, there are actually a few fast moons in here, and we just jumped straight into it at the start of Wooded 1, which I think is also one of the fun things about this category. Yeah, there's a bit of an issue with commentators, because they can only hear me through the restream. So yeah, fell down here and quit the game, didn't come back for a year and a half. Fair enough. To explain it, Bugfish, basically the only way that O4 can hear me is through the Twitch stream. So if he commentates, then he might butt in ahead of me when I'm talking. Technical audio problems, smile. Also, I think I got the moon clip here. Yeah, there you go. Now you get a demonstration of how a moon clip works. But yeah, we're going to use it to skip the gate here. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done that clip, because if I messed up the trick out of bounds, I would have fallen into deep woods again and we would have lost like a minute, but at least I got it, okay? But yeah, that's an example of a moon clip. I backflipped and then threw Cappy as I was about to grab the moon and it put me through the wall. And I used it to skip the gate. And even though I bonked there, it still saved a bit of time, because I think gate skip saves about 7 seconds. So, yeah. At least we got one example in, because the next example is something that I've kind of been having issues with recently, so I can't exactly guarantee that that will work out okay. So I'm glad I at least got one of them. The most important clip in the run? Ah, yes. And yeah, we're going to do a slightly annoying trick here, called Flower Road Skip. I'm going to do a spin pound, then I'm going to roll cancel, do a triple jump off of the railing, and we should be able to get over to the other platform. Like this. And that skips activating the P-switch, and I also messed up my triple jump here. I don't think I can make that platform, so I'm just going to go down to the lower one. But yeah, that skips us from using the Flower Road to get over here, which I think saves about a second. It's probably not worth the time save in any capacity, but I've been doing it since like 2018, so I'd lose a significant part of my dignity if I didn't do it nowadays. It is kind of hell, Jukka Talks, but yeah, most people do it despite that. And yeah, just a little bit of tower movement here, and then we're on to another brutal fight. Probably I don't bonk into the door there. But yeah, this is Spewit, which is the third of 4 brutal fights. Or at least the third of 4 brutals. We have multiple fights with them throughout the run. But yeah, it's weird, because nowadays in any percent, you don't fight Spewit or Rango. Because over time we found ways to avoid fighting them while it's still being faster. With Spewitless being found relatively recently, which is a trick in Luncheon where you just jump past the fight. Honestly, I don't know if I can answer that question, Bugfish. I don't completely understand the audio setup. But my mic is muted on Discord. The reason that it's playing is because it's taking like a stream from a custom ingest server. But yeah. Oh yeah, I need to skip a cutscene here, because we haven't fought Talk Drift yet. So that cutscene is like, oh yeah, there's still one more thing to do in this kingdom, but we do actually leave. Also, I'm going to turn my fan to face me here, because I'm starting to get a little bit warm. It'd be kind of inconvenient to turn off my camera for a second to take my jumper off. So there. Now I've got some fresh air blowing on my face. I need to like hide my foot pedal from myself. Every time I go into one of the globe cutscenes, I slowly like hover my foot over there ready to press it. So yeah, now we're doing like afterward in this category. Hey Kyubi. No you. But yeah, Snow and Seaside are the quote-unquote correct way round. You can mute on slobs, but unmute on Discord. Yeah, right. I will do that at my next convenient point. Which is probably at the end of the Rango fight, honestly. To do both at the same time, just so there's no audio doubling or anything like that. Benji Brig Brain fix, 5 head. Never mind. Okay. Maybe not a big brain fix. Leon's parsec is on the wrong monitor. We can't access his Discord. Do you know if they're going to be back at any point? Because yeah, it would be good to have some commentators. But I don't think I've done too bad for the first half an hour or so without try calling through Telegram. Okay, I almost got stuck on that pillar there. But we're fine. And now we have Rango. Probably the one that causes me the most problems, but it's still relatively, as long as I don't bonk from an input drop, it's still a relatively easy boss fight. And yeah, you saw probably the first case I've had this run of an input drop. Because this game is basically played on a glorified iPad, whenever you do something inside the game, there is a pretty big risk of losing an input. So I'm seeing some talk in the Discord, but I don't know if I'm safe to execute plan mute on OBS and unmute in Discord. But yeah, that's Rango done. And we have one more thing to do in Lake. The only difference in Lake with any percent is that we take the first moon from any percent and we make it the last moon. And you'll see why here. It's because I need to look at a kingdom hint art so that I can grab a moon later in the run. But yeah, if I don't look at this, about an hour from now, I won't be able to grab a moon. But yeah, it kind of sucks that you have to actually look at them to activate them, because I do know where they are. But yeah, this game has a weird flag that triggers when you look at it that actually makes the moon spawned in. Let me just ask. Just to see if I can get the commentators in. Mute desktop audio on slobs too. That would mute my game, but I could quickly fix that. I just have to do a lot of muting and unmuting. So yeah, I will do that at some point. Probably once I'm done with Cloud. Because yeah, I'd have to mute 2 things and then unmute 2 things. So, but yeah, it shouldn't take too long. I think I have enough time after I've killed Bowser here to do that. So, yeah. And yeah, this is Cloud. This is just straight up a Bowser fight. There's nothing else to this kingdom. You fight Bowser, you win, and then you leave. And then we move on to Lost. 5 head. We got the big brain strats to get the commentators up to date. Okay. Slightly messed up here, so Bowser jumped twice, but it's not too much of an issue. But yeah, we do a little strat here that we call fast hats, which is if you get inside the hats, basically, if you're stood above them when Bowser hits them, and then you press Y to throw Cappy, it instantly goes onto Mario's head. So in your casual playthrough, Bowser would normally throw them at you, you knock them, then you grab them, and then you chase around Bowser for a second. Also, let me try this. That.
Hello.
Hey, Opal. And yeah, now we're in Lost, which if I make any small mistake here, I will fall into the poison and die, which is not very good. Like that, okay, this is fine. No problems at all. Don't worry about it. Everything is under control. Also, yeah, I'll set my slobs live on Discord OFR so you can watch through that in a second, just so you don't have gameplay delay.
Alright.
Yeah, just need to grab that checkpoint here because I'm going to do a death warp in a second once I'm done with the 2D section. Yeah, we go down, grab this moon here, and then I start streaming into Discord so OFR can watch. There we go. Everything should be back in order now, with commentators. TM. Okay, and I died.
That was a good death warp.
Yeah, a little bit earlier than expected, but we did get a death warp at the end of the day.
Somewhere of a... yeah.
Yeah, need to get a little bit more speed to get on top of these blocks, because using the platforms is kind of slow. Alright, there we go. Now we can just drop into the poison. Also, do we have confirmation on stream that this new strat works? I assume we don't have to go back. The strat works? Pog. Absolute 5-head.
We did it.
Huge
I was
dub.
just, worried to like butt in because
Yeah, that makes sense.
really get a feeling of when you would. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of realized when I found out how the audio was set up. And yeah, we're just triggering Klepto here, so we can go down here without worrying about them grabbing our hat.
Yeah, this klepto guy, he likes to take Cappy. So by scaring him first, then he's like, okay, I don't want to mess with this guy anymore.
Also, yeah, we have a...
He's like, yeah.
And yeah, we have another death warp here. Yeah.
The last one of the run for sure. Definitely.
Yep. I think we still, actually thinking about it, I think we still have another 2, right? Because we have, there's one in Sand 2, and I could have sworn there was one somewhere else.
You gotta keep that one a secret. Don't worry. I'm sure nobody will remember in a couple hours.
Yeah. You didn't hear anything, chat.
Is there even another one?
I don't know if there is, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Also, yeah, it sounds like we might be getting BP in a second. I am pausing. Also, this actually isn't too bad of a run. If I had my splits open, I'd only be plus 10 right now, so... Yeah, this is not a bad run by any extent. 30 minutes in.
Yeah. We were coming up on the Metro Kingdom, a staple of Super Mario Odyssey. Of course, there's a giant mechanical wiggler terrorizing the city. Just normal stuff.
Yeah, every city has one of those, right?
Yeah. But don't worry, Mario will save the day by using a World War II tank. I don't know. You know, I'll just...
But yeah, we're gonna go fight the Wiggler in a second. We just have to grab some moons first.
You're good for another donation?
We are, yes.
Very good. We have just reached 900 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. We got a £3.73 donation to actually meet 900 pounds from a mysterious host, definitely not me, who says 900 pounds hype, kill the frames, save the commentators, let's get to 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, thanks for all the support, everyone. It's really nice to see. I think we even started the marathon with like 700 pounds already done, which was,
Oh my god, something just happened. We have received a 109 pounds and 7 penny donation from we have basically reached over 1,000 pounds now. We have reached the entire marathon donation goal. The message says, literally wish you can Habo the best. Probably a typo. Literally wish you and Habo the best, most likely.
Yeah.
That's a big PogChamp moment in chat for that. 1,000 pounds. We've reached the donation goal.
I'll say, I think chat wanted a repeat of who that was from. I was from Shape.
Shape.
I see. Yeah, thanks, Shape.
Or Shpe.
And yeah, here is the Mecha Wiggler fight. It's a bit of an auto-scroller. You'll see me just kind of stood around here, waiting for the Wiggler to charge me. But yeah, hopefully, as long as it only takes me 2 cycles, we should be fine here. But yeah, there are a few situations where if the Wiggler crosses over itself, we sometimes run into some issues. But this actually looks like quite a good pattern, except for that little bit there. But yeah, that was more than okay.
Pretty
Yeah.
clean.
Oh, I
thinking
got
about
the
it, he's
bug.
kinda like, oh, the classic.
The
Kinda
classic bug.
An interesting boss, you know. He likes to teleport. I guess it's a robot, so who's controlling it? I don't know. How is it going into the wall with purple portals? You know, where is this coming from? I can't believe that it's just a multi-moon. You know, it's
Yeah,
just
it's
3
actually-
moons. You know.
It's being controlled by Cappy, the true enemy of this run. Also,
Sabotage.
I see BP in the commentary booth.
Yes, hello, I made it.
Hello,
Sorry for the
BP.
delay.
It's fine.
Yeah, but I'm here now.
Pop jam.
I see you've made it to Metro.
I have.
Congrats.
It's actually not even that bad of a run.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, it was only plus 10 out of Lost, so...
Oh, damn.
Oh wait, why am I... You know what, we're just gonna grab this now. We would usually grab this later for cycle reasons, but for some reason 8%'s still in my brain after 2 months of not playing it, so... Yeah, we'll just grab that there. Sure.
Okay, now we gotta get these, you know, seeds. They grow into moons. It's pretty awesome, but we're planting this one, and Source is gonna plant another one later on in this kingdom still, and then we'll get both the moons later. They only take, you know, 15-20 minutes to grow. Maybe it's 21 minutes, I've heard.
Something like that, yeah.
Pretty fast considering there's no water or anything. Just get a plant after 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was definitely my intended movement to roll across the side of the building there, but that actually looks kind of clean.
Pretty swaggy. Okay, we're gonna ask this guy to help us play some music, and he's gonna give us something in return. It's weird too, you know. You get moons for everything in this game.
Yeah, not only is he going to be playing music for us, we also get a moon for asking him. So, makes pretty good sense to me.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's getting paid or, you know.
They're clearly paying us, so.
I mean, I think if you play in English, they seem pretty excited to play the music. So yeah.
So now we're gonna get the guitarist, and plant another seed. If you know who Unimu 7 is, he is a master at throwing the seed into the pot. I want to see that clip again. It was very funny, you know.
It's funny because the exact same thing actually happened to me yesterday, where it bounced off the taxi and clipped through the fence into the pot. I actually had that happen to me. It was weird.
That was a really good plant, though.
Yeah, that was actually decent. I normally throw it right over the fence, so I'm happy with that.
Very easy to do.
Yeah, last musician here, and then we get to go down into the sewers. Have fun.
Yeah, because where else would you like to be in their Mario game other than the sewers?
True.
But also going to be taking a peek at a hint art like we did in a Lake, preparing for the post-game section of the run. Plenty of setup for later on when we're doing the any % portion of this. So just continuing to spawn more moons for later and set up a really quick segment of grabbing a whole bunch of moons later on.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like main game for the most part is just preparing for a really fast post game in this category.
Yeah, you get like, what, 140 moons in main game, and then you get like 350 in post game or something like that.
Yeah.
So
it only takes like half an hour longer, so
yeah, exactly.
It picks up the pace a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sources maybe mentioned the 20-second moon cutoff is in somewhat of an estimate, but basically every moon, if we wanted to add in a new moon that could be fast, it's got to take less than 20 seconds to go out of our way, get the moon, and get back to the rest of the route. So,
Yeah.
20-second moons is pretty much very awesome.
Yeah,
Very
that's what we're
quick.
going to be seeing. But throughout main game, still a lot of really cool stuff. We get to complete most of the story, other than Wooded, which is already done. But other than that, we can just kind of blaze through, complete all the main elements, and spawn a whole lot later.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, like O'Fall said, post game is only just about 20 minutes longer than main game, and we get like 3 times the, well, probably like 2 times the moons. So, yeah, go figure out how much faster post game is in terms of moon pacing.
Yeah, and there's so much less cutscenes and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, but going back to the story, this is very important lore. We fixed the sewers, so now the power moons are running through the pipes once again. Normal stuff, you know. And now Pauline is happy, and she's like, "Let's throw a festival." Okay, this is why we got all the musicians here. So
Yeah. And yeah, now we get to
maybe
listen to
maybe
the
they
festival.
paid us to fix the city in general. Maybe the moons were kind of like we're taxing them so we can fix the public sewers and they can get energy again.
I mean, Mario is the plumber, so some of those skills do have to transfer over to energy, I guess.
I think Nintendo actually made a statement that Mario's no longer a plumber, but I may be wrong on that one.
My immersion is ruined.
Yeah, I see pipes. We'll keep with this, I think.
But yeah, with all the
Maybe
with all the
it's the
power
throwback.
moons, with all the power moons you see flowing through at the end of the sewer section, it makes you wonder why Mario doesn't just steal those and use those to get to Darker Side.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I feel like you could break those like glass pipes open and just get all the moons.
yoink.
Unfortunately, we can't get a Hammer Bro down there.
Yeah. Yeah, getting a lot of coins down.
Yeah,
Let me
coins.
interrupt real quick.
Go ahead.
We
Go
got
ahead.
another donation. £14 and 54 pennies saying from MM2 NES Cartridge saying track 46 smiley face.
Gotta
yeah.
disagree there.
Track 46 leading by nearly £25 now.
Yeah, thanks, MM2. Yeah, I think 04 and BP are both track 4 enjoyers. So, yeah, you guys got some tough competition against the commentators.
Yeah, we'll
Well,
see.
I am 04 dude, so
Yeah,
that's why I
exactly.
go with 04. It's definitely not because it's optimal by a couple frames, and that's why I do it,
Yeah, true. You gotta save the
Even though it's a
frames.
much lamer, music track,
Yeah.
I just justify it because, I mean,
Speed.
that's really why my username is 04dude3, because I knew in 2017 Mario Odyssey would release, and we were...
Yes.
Okay, this taxi guy, he's actually pretty cool. We saw him in Sand Kingdom, and he's here in the Metro Kingdom doing some city
He beat us here.
sightseeing.
Ow.
Yeah, true. How does he get here so fast?
Yeah, he doesn't even have an Odyssey.
I thought we were speedrunners.
How did he get to the main island? I don't know.
Let's just hitch a ride with the taxi driver in any percent.
Oh wait,
True.
you're right. Where does he go after Metro? Does he go?
I mean, he makes it to Moon pretty quickly. No, he goes
Yeah,
back to Cascade, so that
He
might
goes
take a
back to
bit.
Cascade.
Oh,
He could have
yeah,
hitched a
true.
ride with him in Sand. I would be willing to pay the fee, however much money it costs. There's plenty of coins to get in the first 3 kingdoms.
Oh, see, I just realized the donation graphic on stream, as we got closer to the donation goal, the profile pictures got closer, and now they're kissing flushed.
Ooh.
So now we got Snow 1, which can be kind of a cringe kingdom in normal runs of this category, just because there
Yeah.
is a decently precise clip that you have to get relatively quickly.
I'm
And
not gonna make it here.
This is the 3rd moon clip that Source was alluding to earlier.
Yeah, I'll probably miss this one, let's be real.
Nah. First try. Well, I mean, that's redundant, but...
I was going to say, you can't get it not first
yeah.
try.
Yeah, that's redundant, but still. Gonna get
Or
some
you could
moons
save
first.
the game, and then if you miss
Oh.
it, you can
True.
reload.
Safety
Okay.
save strats. Definitely fast.
We're now purchasing a moon. We gotta make we forgot to set up about this Shivarian stinky breath here. It takes about a minute to set up the joke, and then it's 0.5 seconds when you can actually see the joke occurring. But
It's okay. We can
basically,
talk about it down there in the store in the bound room.
okay.
But yeah,
Alright.
after this, gonna be setting up for the moon clip aforementioned.
We're gonna skip a bunch of moons that we'll get most of them later. When
think I
it
got
goes-
it.
oh,
I think
I think I got it.
Alright.
That seemed good to me. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, let's go.
and there we go. We clip right into this. We're gonna do a race now.
Yeah, we have Bound Ball
first-
coming up.
As you can see, these cute Bavarians, they like rolling around and bouncing around, and they race. They do these races, and there's
This
one
one
that's
does
he's
not
very
want to
sad.
race.
He's sad, but we're gonna make him happier. He doesn't want to race, but as you can see, he's not wearing a hat, so
We're going to
you
give
know,
him one.
we can- and a mustache.
And a mustache. Don't forget that.
Also, it's time to enter the pinball machine. Okay, that wasn't actually as good as I wanted it to be, but I'd probably still save time over regular strats.
Yeah.
And here's the
was
grandpa
really good, actually.
Bavarian. He doesn't really race anymore, but you know that can make a cool DLC side quest story.
Also, yes, normally in my own stream, I would gift a sub for people guessing the time for Bound Balls. If you guess it, I will gift you a sub to Pods in spirit. So yeah, my regular rules for this are a good time to guess is 53 or 54. Only on most recent guess counts, and don't guess the same as somebody else unless you guessed it first. I think there is also something that I mentioned. Oh yeah, if you already have a sub, you can pick someone else to give it to. And I'm also throwing at the moment, so...
Don't worry, it still looks better than my average bundle.
Okay, Bugfish asked why I didn't pick a 49.77, and I would, but I knew Source would be making one frame of the mistakes at least. You know, not everyone can be Stravos.
I'm pretty sure my Bound Ball PB is like a mid 52, so yeah, I would
Mine's
not guess
49.
49.
I have 52.8. We're in the same boat there.
Yeah, I'm just trash at Bound Ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've gotten a 50. Maybe I have.
Did anybody guess 54.71? Out of interest. Jaden was pretty close. But yeah, I don't know if anybody actually got it. I'd have to scroll back up in chat, but I don't think so. Easy clap. My bank account stays safe.
See,
Yeah,
that's
we
the
didn't really
strategy.
mention-
You throw the race. So
Of course. Totally. But we didn't actually mention this, but you might notice we're getting a multi-moon right now, and we've done none of the snow story at all. So,
Oh yeah.
essentially, what the moon clip earlier did, it allows us to skip 4 pretty long, tedious rooms that you just grab a story moon from to complete the actual Snow Kingdom story, and we can just go right down there, complete the race, and not have to worry about those until later on.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
forgot to mention that because I was so excited about getting the moon clip. But yes, that was a
Yeah.
very big sequence break, probably the biggest one we do in the run.
yeah, there aren't very many things that I would call sequence breaks in Super Mario Odyssey, because you know Nintendo covered their bases pretty well.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't seem like you can brute force that.
doesn't seem like in brute force. Yeah, the world peace skips are definitely the closest, or I guess the most clear example of a sequence break.
Ooh,
Now this
first
is
bite.
George. George is the fish. We just caught him.
Yeah, that
Let's
is.
Go, George.
It's one of the few elements of RNG in the run. It is purely random when that fish bites. And yeah, got it first try, which is good.
George being a homie for once.
And now
But-
we're entering my favorite kingdom before
Oh, me
finishing
too.
Moon Kingdom.
Hmm.
You know, it's Ganon Slayer's least favorite kingdom.
I don't like Seaside either. I'm with Ganon.
I think it's a fun split. I like the Gushin movement. Whereas Seaside 2, you just swim around as a fish for 7 minutes and you fall asleep in real life.
True.
Yeah, I will
But there's
say that Seaside is not most exciting kingdom in a lot of runs because there's plenty of water and water leads to fish movement, as O4 was mentioning in Seaside 2. But Seaside 1 has a lot of pretty nice Gushin movement. It's kind of difficult, but you at least move around pretty quickly. So you should be excited for that for sure.
Yeah, this is also one of the kingdoms that's very different from any percent.
Yeah, the World Peace route has you going around all around the kingdom. Now, Snow Kingdom does have 4 story moons, just like Seaside Kingdom, but you can't sequence break in Seaside Kingdom.
Yeah.
But you get these story moons because there's a giant purple octopus. I'll let you have the honor of saying his name,
Oh,
BP,
Lord.
if you want.
Oh,
yes.
BP can go for it.
Brigadier Mollusk Lancer, the third Dolphin of Bubbling.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
My favorite.
So we'll be fighting him in a bit, but first we have to make him angry. Because as you
Yeah.
know, if you've ever played like Mario Galaxy, classic example, the angrier the boss gets, the closer to death they are. But we're gonna anger this boss first by hitting this red button on the ground, and it will unclog. You'll see. Actually, you won't see because we skipped the cutscene. But we're gonna send these corks flying out at the octopus. Yeah, didn't get to see it. Unfortunate. Gotta be optimal.
Yeah.
Luckily there's another one right over here on top of this lighthouse. 2 really quick things. Yeah.
So some of the slight Gushin movement we can do, just drop the Gushin down on the bottom step. That way, when you grab the Story Moon, the Gushin doesn't despawn. That's something we got to pay attention to. If a Gushin is too close to a Story Moon, when you grab the Story Moon, it will despawn. Here it's okay, but in
Yeah,
some
we do
other
it intentionally.
places,
Yeah.
in some other places you want to be really sure.
Oh,
Ooh,
Source,
that's a
you
good
missed
strat.
that
I'm
moon.
stealing that.
Oh
missed
yeah,
that moon.
I went past the
You
moon. Oh
You
no.
missed it twice.
How
You missed it when you
unfortunate.
first What are we gonna do?
Yeah, we leave that moon until the mollusk fight, because it's faster. Because you lose virtually no time because you have to wait for mollusk to move his ass around the lighthouse anyway. So yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
problem.
because here, if you got it where Source just passed it, you would have to lose all your momentum.
Yeah, that too.
When you're actually in the boss fight, it doesn't matter because you're waiting on the boss, and so it doesn't matter if you lose all your momentum because you'll gain it all back and more before you can even hit him again.
Yeah,
The boss is cycle based, so you're only losing time in the boss fight to actually getting the moon, and overall that's going to be less than losing all of your momentum.
Yeah. And also, while I was doing that little bit of movement, you might have heard me, but you might have also seen me jump when I hit the floor. When, in theory, I should have taken fall stun. If you jump if you jump the first frame you hit the ground, you will not get fall stun, and you can basically achieve that by just spamming both jump buttons. So that's why I did that, to get a triple jump.
Yeah, I've never actually seen that strat there, but very nice and definitely saves a lot over the general movement there.
Yeah, I think I
have
saw
to lab that out.
Ganon do it. Oh no, I messed up here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, now that Gushin's dead, I'm gonna have to go there by myself, which is significantly slower. But yeah,
If you're Shobo, it's not that bad.
probably not now.
Oh, never mind. You're just pretty optimal.
Listen, I can do RCBs, all right.
I know.
I have some tricks up my sleeve. It's not the first time that I've killed the Gushin there, so.
Yeah, the movement honestly, the backup movement's really cool. Here.
Stubborn.
Oh.
Okay, we're going into this big hot tub for the final seal. It's a very hot tub. In fact, there's lava on top of the water. We cleared it out, and now it'll all be gone, as you can see. But this is going to be the last red button to hit, and it will really make the boss mad, and he's gonna come out of the big glass container in the middle of the kingdom, and he's gonna start, shooting more stuff at us, and he's actually here so we can attack him.
As you can see,
So-
Morsk is now very angry. His head is on fire, so...
Yeah.
He's also got a nice cape. He's the mollusk drip.
He's
you know.
dripped out.
This is probably one of the more intense bosses in the game, just because it's on a cycle and there's some pretty precise movement that you have to get first try in order to get the boss to clip through a short wall later on.
Yeah.
So Soar's doing the first part pretty well, but you're going to have to shoot up with the Gushing in a pretty precise spot coming up really quickly. And then ideally, if that doesn't fail, should clip through this bridge over forward a little bit, but looks good. There we go.
Yeah, there he is.
Ta-da.
He's in the ground.
And yeah, if you get it on that,
He's
you
we're
kill
getting really
Morsk.
smart now. He's really
Five
smart.
head.
Cobus Big Brain.
And here we are. Those 4 corks we shot at him are now putting water into this nice glass palace, or what is this? I don't know.
I forget what it's
Multi-mode.
called in the actual run. But yeah. And yeah, that's it for Seaside. We're on to Luncheon now, which is also painful. If anything, I'd argue like Snow Seaside Luncheon 1 is probably like the WSM of the main game. There's just
I
3.
think Metro could be included in that.
Yeah, probably, to be fair.
Metro, it seems easy because there's so many cutscenes, but
Yeah.
it has so much bonk potential. There's a reason people call it New Bonk City.
Also, I wanted to move back to something BP mentioned. When I was doing IP Clip and Sand, it's kind of funny when we do it because Cappy's voice line there specifically says, I don't think you can brute force that, and then you just go straight through the wall. So yeah, it's always a funny voice line for speedrunners.
Yeah, the point is, Cappy, the game wants you to deter you from messing around with that, because, you could be there for a long time, like, how do I open this door? Is there like a secret switch in the ground, or do I have to keep bonking my head into it a bunch? We actually bonk our head into it in a very specific way, and that's how we get through, but your casual player could not do that, so they have to find another way to open the door. Anyway, here we are in the Luncheon Kingdom. I think it's a pretty kingdom.
It is a bit. It's a nice kingdom, you know. There's definitely a lot of. It's very colourful, but the geometry is awful.
And we got
It
the
is
floor of
awful.
Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
It's awful to stand on and to live in, but it's pretty awesome to look at,
Yeah.
I say I'd prefer Metro over Luncheon, because in Metro Kingdom everything's like a box or a square or a sharp edge, In the Luncheon Kingdom, as you can already see, it's not quite so smooth.
Yeah. And yeah, that usually leads to a lot of
Lots of-
weird pieces of movement from the geometry. So it's kind of gamer. I do my best, Fletch.
I will say, it does incite a certain hunger in me,
What, to play
Especially coming up
Darker?
on the... No, I mean, yes, but also, I was just meaning the Luncheon Kingdom in general.
Oh, I see, yeah.
This cheese, it looks pretty tasty, despite having been here for, as far as we know, the cheese has been sitting there since before we got here, so...
I mean,
don't know.
considering you need metal pens to destroy it, it's probably been there for a good while,
Well, maybe we can make them edible again.
Yeah, there's a nice pot that we're gonna throw some turnips in later. Maybe if we melt the cheese in there, it'll be edible.
True.
Oh, you're right. We could have like some sort of fondue. That would be a good thing. Or we can just eat the soup that they have, because Luncheon Kingdom, these fork people. First of all, they're like excellent chefs. Second of all, they like soup, and they make some soup for us to eat, which we don't get to eat. But we'll see that in Luncheon too. They'll have these pots of soup everywhere, and you don't get to try it. But
Very unfortunate indeed. Alright, not dying there, that's great. Okay. Also, I think it does look like I'm going to be getting a sub-hour meat split here, which is a decent run by all standards, at least for me. Also, as long as I don't
Just
bonk on
keep it
literally
going,
every single thing on the way up there.
Yeah, still a little bit movement left.
Yeah.
Gonna be doing a nice spin throw on the wall here to capture this fork. There we go.
now we got meat. A capture a lot of people remember, because you become meat. Is the meat alive? Does it, what qualifies as?
Yeah.
I don't know. The bird, the pink bird likes it, so.
We gotta complete the stew for Cookateel.
So yeah, that's a 59.55, which is actually pretty good. That means I'm ahead right now, if I get sub-hour meat. Because I think I'm -8 because of that.
Let's go! Congrats on sub-hour.
Pog! We did it, guys. Who needs sub-hour any percent when you can have sub-hour meat in Darko?
I wonder if sub-hour Luncheon Kingdom in general is.
Oh man.
I don't really I tend to not remember split times, so maybe this is like a three-head moment.
I think my best exit with like IP skip and just all the ridiculous, stupid stuff that saves a whole lot in main game, but a lot less in post game because you have to get extra moons. It's going to be around 102, but again, that requires a whole lot of extra post game stuff. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. I've got a 102.
Yeah, I usually get like 104 luncheons.
Okay.
Yeah, that adds up with IP
Source
skip
may
and
not be
DSS
the world record holder, but we'll just put it this way: you can't really easily save 4 minutes on him in an hour of the run.
Yeah.
I'm not too bad,
Yeah.
Okay.
If we haven't touched on IP skip yet, I wasn't here, but essentially it's a slightly different way of breaking the sequence in the stand story. Not incredibly necessary for doing Darker Side, but it does save anywhere from between 20 and 30 seconds overall, because although it does skip 2 moons in the main part of the game, you have to replace those 2 later, and that loses a lot of time from skipping the inverted pyramid. So.
Yeah, scholars cannot find consensus on whether it, saves 20 or 30 seconds, but we'll just compromise here for the sake of.
Let's go with 25. It's a good middle ground.
No, Source. You're alone in your 25.
Oh, that's an awful shot. There we go.
Yeah, but we're gonna be capturing. First, we gotta knock a rock into this poor piranha's mouth before we can capture it for whatever reason. Then we can shoot some fire.
Item. He would just eat the plant would just eat Cappy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, but why?
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. You're kind of. Why doesn't a Panbro eat Cappy? Or a Goomba?
Can we just appreciate how the captures get a mustache as well?
It is a good feature on, especially like the Poda move. Also, yeah, time for this boss that can be notoriously finicky.
Everyone's favorite boss, Cookateel.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool boss, not in terms of how it works, but in terms of
Aesthetic.
character, there's a lot of character development with this bird.
Yeah, it gets significantly more annoying as you get through the phases. That's the character development.
I'm honestly very confused as to why Cookatiel is angry at us, because all we do is we supplement her soup, her stew, or whatever it is, with the meat from earlier. Yet the bird is still incredibly angry at us, and
We're a lava bubble when we
Yeah.
go into the soup. Okay, with the mustache going in your soup.
but I feel as though we deserve to eat some of it, considering we did supply her with the stuff she needed to.
I don't know. We
Seems
can also see that
fair.
the bird tends to spit in the soup, so that's also kind of gross. But I'm sure it's all part of the. It's the secret ingredient, love.
Put some love in it. Ah, yes. And yeah, that's luncheon done now.
Now
see, we
the
have-
bird falls in the soup, and it's more meat, extra flavor.
Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't love shoving a whole chicken into the soup? Also, yeah, we're going into Ruin now, which is honestly a relatively boring kingdom. So if the host wants to read out some donations, this is probably the best time to do so.
Wait, you're
Never.
saying we're not changing games to Dark Souls?
I mean, we are in essence doing that, but
Yeah, essentially, instead of just fighting the dragon like you do in most other categories of this game, we're actually going to get a quick moon and some coins potentially before going up and fighting the very intimidating and difficult dragon fight.
yeah, I don't grab the coins, but we do get the moon.
Yeah, got it. It's kind of necessary when for outfits, but nobody does outfits, so understandable.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on adding outfit clip into Lake 2. Yeah, just grab that little moon, jump over the corner there, and then we're into the boss fight as usual.
There we go. We get to battle the Lord of Lightning.
Woo.
Yet another really cool boss design. But this boss is not as annoying as it is just boring.
4 hearts. They're all very necessary. Thank you,
Yes.
Nintendo.
You know,
You can take 2 damage on each phase and be completely fine.
Listen, Nintendo knew this boss fight was, incredibly difficult.
Yeah. Literally just
Essentially,
damage
we're-
boost on the head.
Yeah, we gotta take off the hat because it's chained into the dragon's head. The Lord of
Really frame
Lightning.
the dragon.
I think the dragon's actually a nice dragon, but Bowser decided to maybe mind control, or maybe he's just paying a lot. I don't blame you if you're the Lord of Lightning if you just want a little money.
So, why did
Even
you
if
fight Mario? Money.
Money.
It was lucrative.
Look
So
at
yeah,
the
you
top
might
of
be able
his
to
head.
see in the background. There's this ruined kingdom. Could have been once a really cool place. So maybe we'll get a prequel one time in the future. Hint, hint.
At
Super Mario
Nintendo.
Odyssey. What if we get to explore the ruined kingdom before it was destroyed? Or what if we got to capture the dragon? All sorts of ideas.
Is that why it's called Ruin Kingdom? It's actually called Ruin Kingdom because it ruins the flow of main game.
What flow? It's all
Yeah,
the
exactly.
cutscenes anyway.
Yeah, main game doesn't. Once we get into post game, the ball will start rolling. All right. Post game is
Yeah.
a lot more action packed, I would say.
A
I
lot
gotta
less
say-
action in terms of the plot, but that's just a sacrifice we have to make.
Yeah.
I do gotta say though, some of the names are lacking, in the actual kingdom names, underneath Ruin, Luncheon, all that. Crumbledon is up there. I do like Crumbledon.
Crumbledon's pretty.
Crumbledon. Oh yeah. Each of the kingdoms, we call them the Wooded Kingdom and the Cascade Kingdom. because that's kind of like the whole kingdom, and it's like an easy way to identify it. You know, if you say, have you ever been to Crumbledon to your friend at recess? They're not really going to know what you're talking about. But if you say the Ruined Kingdom, they still might get confused with Lost Kingdom. But, like Wooded Kingdom, for example, is the Steam Gardens. Because it's a bunch of robots and they like flowers. It's actually a cool concept.
Hey, y'all ever been to Culmina Crater?
Oh yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah, welcome to the
I think we
Culmina
should go
Crater
there.
speedrun. Okay, I can just walk straight into that spiny, that works.
Oh, is that gonna home on the spiny?
I think it's fine, I usually don't have any issues here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I do a slightly different setup, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I don't think I with the old setup I used to do, I had to worry about the spiny, but yeah, it works fine nowadays.
Yep, no issues.
Kill
There we
Shrek
go.
real quick.
Very nice movement. Bopping the ogre, and Bowser's is one of the kingdoms where the story's elements are pretty long, and there's plenty of moons we could get along the way to end the kingdom a little bit quicker, but can't skip any of them because we do need to chase Bowser to the moon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we couldn't really complete the game very effectively. So.
And yeah, you'll notice, even though there are 8 moons required to leave this kingdom, there isn't actually a required moon counter at the top left. And that's because they want you to think that this is the last kingdom in the game. But we obviously know that we still have moon after this. So,
Spoilers.
yeah,
Gosh.
spoilers, sorry.
Fitting end, you know, Moon Kingdom. Game's all about moons. I think everyone saw it coming, but
It's all come full circle.
Now we got shards. Some pretty intense movement here, but Source making pretty clean work of it.
Oof, that was not intended, but it worked.
Looked intended to me. We can just play it off as though it was.
True. I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't mean to do that, but it actually looked cooler than my normal movement, and I could have gotten away with it.
Oh yeah, this is actually a strat I go for in every run.
Oh,
Alright.
Yeah, you can get some donations in.
Yeah, we got a few donations while I had dinner. We got a £5 donation from Eden8.
Pog?
It says, anyone want to start a donation train? Choo choo! And followed by that right afterwards was Haru SRL with 420 saying, amazing run, very cool for very great cause. Yeah, thank you, Source and commentators, for a great run. And also, Ali tipped 1337, that's the lead number, haha, and says, Catboy Supremacy. Hell yeah, you know it, Ali. Currently, I think we're still at £25 with track 46 winning. So if you want that to change with track 4, get your donations in.
do you like dinosaurs? Do you like the music that plays when you become a dinosaur? If so, donate to track 4.
None of this track 4 propaganda. Also, yeah, we did Bowser Dram, which was a dram strat in the last moon, and we're also going to try and do a dram strat here with the Jizo moons. Okay, wait, okay.
Ooh,
I
okay.
bounced against the roof, so I assumed I wasn't getting it, and then I went through. That should still work.
Look
I
at
should be
that,
able to
that was
walk
so
up to the
cool.
wire here. Nice.
Nice.
Damn, teleportation discovered? Question mark.
Also,
Not
yes,
healthy.
I will not be doing nut tap here, the new strat that we found about a week
No,
ago.
stop calling it that. It's such a bad name.
Listen, alright, I'm not.
It
I'm
makes
not
no
a nut tap
sense.
enjoyer either. I prefer like that.
Call it
That's
bomb
so-
hovering.
so
It's
lame.
Yeah, there's been a bit of an argument in the community over the last week over what we're calling this strat, but yeah, I do think nut tap is a stupid name, but
Yeah.
There's
So
still arguments
let me
for tricks we already discovered months ago.
Here, okay. So
And
I want
you.
to explain what the trick is. Basically, you can have a parry bomb hover above the ground if you smack 2 back towards the boss at the same time. So the logical explanation and name flowing from that is bomb hovering or floating bomb. However, someone decided to call it nut tap, which makes no sense, but whatever, I guess, sure, but yeah. I'm gonna call it floating bomb or whatever for now.
Yeah, I agree, BP. I think Nut Tap is a good name.
Okay, shut up.
I don't think either of you guys noticed how close I was to missing that cycle
He
there.
almost stood
Yeah.
up. That was very
Almost.
close.
Keyword.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
we'd
should
like
just
to
rip.
jump on Topper's back when he's spinning around.
I think we should just rip off NSMB Wii and call it coding double bomb instead of coding double bombless. Because that's what it is.
Also, I'm less than 10 seconds behind at the moment. If you want another update on how this run's going,
That
getting
is
the
pretty
pace
good.
pals in.
Good thing you put the 3-hour, 30-minute estimate. Because if
Yeah,
you were at PB, you'd only be beating it by 20 minutes.
Yeah, I kind of realized it because I wanted to give myself a decent amount of leeway. Because okay, well, this is interesting. I was like,
You should have gone for out there route.
a lot can go wrong in this run, so
Can you still
I'll
do it though, just for fun? You know, for the fans, the mechanic swag outfit.
just for
At
fun.
least you got 20 extra minutes to spare.
Look, if you're down a moon, just do the mechanic outfit as a backup.
True. I'll probably end up lobbing the turnip into the lava anyway in Luncheon too, so I'll probably get mechanic as a backup regardless.
We'll see. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but we can delay that until it actually happens
Yeah.
if necessary.
But yeah,
this can totally PB still, so
yeah, for
don't
sure.
need to throw it yet.
Not yet. But yeah, I wanted to give myself a decent amount of leeway, which is why I put a 3:30 estimate. And then, like, when I was doing a no reset a week later, I was like, there's no way I'm getting a 3:30. Like, if I get a 3:20, I'm going to install this game at this point. So I probably should have put the estimate as that, but yeah. We should end well under estimate, so at least I'm not delaying the schedule by any sense.
Yeah, I think a cool thing you can do as someone who wants to run a marathon in general, just to anyone out there, move your estimate up by a couple minutes than you think it'll take. So then you can do cooler strats, and you really want to show off the game and all it has to offer. And a few extra minutes is not going to be the difference between them saying the tournament or the marathon organizers. They won't say, oh, 20 minutes would have been fine, but 22 minutes?
Yeah.
Can't fit this one in the schedule.
You're banned.
Not like Dark. And yeah, heading into Mecha.
Add some extra time to your estimate. Oh yes, the mechanical, brutal.
Yeah. Very intense movement overall. Climbing up the side on those pegs. Very clean. Nice fierce hit on Rango. Working your way backwards I was going to say clockwise, but I couldn't think that far ahead. But anyway, spin pounding directly on Topper. Very nice. Using cat bounces to get back on top in very good first section, but still got some pretty intense movement left with target acquired. Essentially, you're going to get the Harriet bubble next, and then attempt to do some pretty precise cat bounces and dives onto the spear bubble. Oh, okay, first got to hit Harriet.
There we go.
All good, all good.
All good.
Now last hit.
There we go.
There we go. Target acquired.
Target acquired. We have the target online. Name is Spewart. I'm sending you his coordinates now.
Calling in the airstrike.
I can't
have
do as good as Limcube.
Oh.
Perrybat, aka David, donated 420 and says, I do not take kindly to dino propaganda. Track 36 is
Hell
No.
yes.
Gotta save the frames and do it for the dinosaurs. Come on.
I mean, yeah, I'm glad I picked an incentive that won't actually, like, kill my run if I need to do it. Like, picking track
It won't
40s.
kill your run. You'll see when you're a frame behind your PB, you'll regret that you didn't pick.
I'll regret it then, that's fair. But I feel like if I'm gonna PB Picking track 46 isn't gonna change that.
You're going to accidentally press ZR too many times, go too far down, and then get 2 seconds extra of code text, and that's going to be the difference.
Alright. Leaving
Okay, I hope that doesn't
Bowser's... Yeah, not too bad.
And now we're off to the moon.
To the moon.
We are. Also, I just realized I opened up my spreadsheet and I'm comparing against a 3:11 pace run, not my PB. So actually, the comparisons that I've been giving have been if I'm on 3:11 pace or not, rather than if I'm on PB pace. Yeah, I am -4 now, where I would have
Just
been
relax. You got this.
plus 15.
No pressure. This is just a marathon run. Showing everything off.
It's just a marathon run where I'm 4 seconds ahead of PB out of Bowser's one.
Nah.
When I feel like it's probably not good to have my spreadsheet open, but I'm kind of interested as to what this run's actually looking like.
Also, I noticed 143 moons. Did you miss alcove or something?
No, I do burden center.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't have that. Okay.
Show it off.
Yes, I am using Excel. I'm using my spreadsheet to work out what pace I'm on. I hate you. Yeah, I just have my Excel custom comparison creator open with all of the split times on the end column, so I can see what pace I'm looking at.
We got another donation from
Go ahead.
Haru. £6.90. 69.
That's the funny number.
Can we have some nice in chat? And says track 4 for the Catboy Supremacy.
Let's see, I missed a triple jump here, which is slightly spooky, but it's fine.
Yeah, I think actually doing a rainbow spin there is detrimental because it kills all of your horizontal momentum.
Honestly, it might be. Yeah, got that flower there. Alright, that's fine. So that was a little spooky for a second, but we are okay. Because, yeah, normally you get a triple jump.
This Sphinx guy, we saw him earlier. He's kind of a question master of sorts, but we're just gonna use his head to, skip this.
Ooh.
Yeah, going straight up the wall here.
There's a cave they're supposed to enter to get through the kingdom normally, but you can do a tricky wall jump there, as Source just showed, to get up and just, we're already at the final boss location. Getting a few moons first, because you always gotta get the moons, even when Bowser's right here. You think he's just waiting in that room with Peach for Mario to enter?
No, they're having tug of war with the ring. Because somehow Peach is able to compete with a giant turtle.
Okay, that was terrifying. I almost just rolled straight off the edge of the rafters, thinking I was playing any percent or something like that, but yeah, my brain kicked back into full working order in times that I didn't jump straight off the edge.
That was one of those moments where it looked swag.
Yeah, it actually looked cool.
Intended.
Bowser almost left there.
Yeah, you can do a cool thing where you hit him straight back and he comes to this platform now. See, there we go. Optimal.
Ta-da!
That actually does save time.
I didn't know that.
If he goes into the jump animation, yeah, if Bowser goes into the jump animation right before you start punching him, then you can send Bowser back into the pad he lands on, and that does save a little bit of time.
Really?
Just the animations. Yeah.
Yeah, because it takes him longer to go to a different, arena circle thing.
Oh, yeah, like this?
Like that one.
Yeah.
I've never noticed that.
Minor time thing. So it's like, I don't think Tyrone even worries about it. It's like
I was gonna say.
Triple X.
Yeah, it's for the Moon Comsop peeps.
Yeah, just I don't know if this reminds anyone of Cloud, but somehow I'm getting that vibe.
It's a little bit pretty darker. Much the exact same.
Cloud Kingdom is kind of like in the sky, and this is a little bit in a hole in a church on the moon. So
very different.
Yes.
Wait, what happened? Bowser has no hat on. What's gonna happen?
We're gonna put
How are we
our
gonna
hat
escape from here?
on Bowser.
So, Source, how good are you at pillars in general?
Yeah, we don't talk about that. My
Okay,
consistency
well,
with early pillar is like 1 out of 3 times.
Okay, I won't. We'll see. I'm sensing something, but hopefully we'll see what happens.
I'm sensing a timpani early pillar. Okay.
Listen, we got 2D skip first.
Of course, yes. You're going to be entering the 2D section as Bowser, because for some reason, when you become Bowser, you are suddenly capable of entering a 2D section as a capture. Don't ask questions, just continue moving. But got a pretty precise hit coming up right here. Going around the block, there we go. Perfect. Alright, and then up next we got Pillars, some of the most Pepe jams in the game.
And yeah,
Kind of
this
overrated
is
IMO, but pretty intense ending to the any percent portion of the game.
By the way, if you want some track 46 propaganda,
Nah.
take a listen. This is a taster. You could have this twice in the run if you put your money in for track 46.
Yeah, and I will be respectful, you know. I won't be talking this whole time. Anyway, to continue, I will, I gotta mention...
I think I missed that snipe. Yeah, I didn't get early pillar to the surprise of absolutely 0 people.
Yeah, I was there. Theoretically, it was possible to get a 124 with a very good escape, but I wasn't entirely sure. But yeah, still a very nice main game overall.
Yeah, I've only gotten 124 once, so I will take this, what, like 125 OX?
Yep.
Still ahead, so
yeah,
no complaints. Nice. I might retime this moon, honestly. Afterwards, that might have golded.
I want to say it's like a 626? I don't know. I didn't exactly see the Bowser exit.
Oh, if it's 626, then it did not gold.
Oh, okay.
My gold
I could have seen it very wrong.
Also, thanks, Tim.
All right, we received another donation from Shower Rose or Buteros for 34, and says Rolly's Feel. And also, thank you very much, Timpani, for a 127 viewer rate. So yeah, welcome everyone to Habothon. We're raising money currently to help Rayleigh or Habo. That's what this marathon is about, of course, and why it has its name. To come over to the UK where Potts lives to escape her abusive family. And we are currently at 1,061 pounds and 62 pennies. And we currently even have a bid war, a donation bid war, between track 4 and track 46. And currently, track 4 is leading by around 83 pounds.
Is that track 4 or track 46?
4.
Oh, it is?
Okay.
Who donated for track 4?
Shape donated 108 pounds and was like, yeah, you want to put that on something? And then I was like, yeah, track 4.
Oh my god. God damn it.
Alright, you guys got some work to do to get the crowd favorite music back in Luncheon 2.
Yeah,
got a while, but still, I'm feeling pretty confident we're going to see the more optimal track.
Okay, we're now going to get the wing cap star.
Yes.
Wait, Mario didn't go anywhere.
What?
Scam.
I don't know. We'll Source is just moving on. Another hint art, and these cool tiles pop out of the ground, and, you know, maybe we'll get a moon from it.
Maybe.
You may be wondering.
Maybe.
Wait, is that even a moon? Are moons even real anymore? And the answer is yes. These are actually moons. They're just in the shape of stars. That's the official lore.
Yeah. It does still say moon if you're playing in
English, Japanese.
Yeah, in English or Japanese. Yeah, it's funny. The Japanese version of the game has what is it?
You got a moon.
Yeah, you got a moon. Yeah, thanks.
And
Sorry.
then the
So
name
no.
of the moon in Japanese, but it says you got a moon in English. And, well, I don't know.
But hey, we've been hyping this up for a while. We got post game now, so you might have noticed the Odyssey had 143 moons in it when we exited Bowser's Kingdom, and so we got a solid 357 left, excluding the ones we already have in the inventory at the top left. So the rest, the run's only going to take around an hour 50 minutes tops to complete. So the rest of the moons are going to be really, really quick. So be excited for that.
Yeah, we
the
already
pace
got
picks
one
up.
here in the Snow Kingdom. We warped. Now we're gonna save or talk to Captain Toad. We saw him earlier in the Seaside Kingdom and maybe a couple of other places. And also this Notes Moon too. So
That's good.
we're getting moons.
But yeah, now we're going to see the first instance of a moon rock coming up. Essentially, what the moon rock is, once you've brought peace to the kingdom and defeated the main boss or completed the story, you're going to unlock a moon rock once you've actually completed the game, and that'll spawn a whole bunch more moons. And generally, they're going to be pretty dang quick. So it's going to give us a lot more options of what to go for.
Please. Okay. Had to stay in the air there to actually make sure Cappy went on the timer challenge, because yeah, sometimes that can be a bit of a pain with the hill. But yeah, managed to not fall off there, so it's fine.
I think your application is like minimized on your computer, so
Okay. That should
Okay.
fix it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Now we got a
All
little bit of
good.
fish movement. You'll see more of this in Seaside coming up in 3 or 4 kingdoms from now. We'll have a lot of
we
fish
got a
movement.
purple fish.
Purple fish, pretty cool color.
Must
not
be
that
more
I'm
resistant to
biased
cold or something.
anything.
True. That's a good question. Do we even know that? Do regular fish survive in like snow's ice water? I guess there's no like regular fish in snow, so we'd never know.
We have
Natural selection weeded them out.
We have another donation from Femboy Speedrun. £2 saying Femboys donate to track 46.
Pog.
Whoa.
Shoutouts to the femboys helping out the Track 46 gang.
Had a nice boosted roll using the wind gust that Source popped open, and making their way over to the it popped out of the ice the last moon, and now entering Shiveria. So now we get to see some of the story that we skipped earlier on. First, talking to Peach though, actually activated a Toad, just telling us that Peach is missing for some odd reason. And irresponsibly, I must say, going around these kingdoms on a tour without telling anyone. But yeah, we're going to be meeting up with Peach in the rest of the kingdoms and just grabbing a moon from her. But here we go. This is one of the rooms we skipped. Ooh, that was close. Yeah.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah. This is one of the rooms that is generally required to unlock the Bound Bowl race that we saw earlier. But you can just skip it with the moon clip and grab these moons later on. And we're going to be grabbing a story moon shortly. We're going to blow off all these spinies, and there it is. So an added bonus of not doing this earlier on the first visit to Snow is there's normally an extra cutscene associated with this moon, but since Peace has already been brought to the kingdom, we get to just skip right by that and then go right in this pipe really quickly. So makes the moons a lot faster in general.
Yeah, skipping straight to Bound Bowl not only is faster in terms of beating the Kingdom's World Peace section, but it also means that once we go back into these rooms, they're a lot faster, and you can also get an extra moon, which is, yeah, like BP said, an added bonus, which makes them quite quick.
But now we're going to be using these Bite Frosts to make our way up to a few more moons. Another bonus of skipping these moons for later is normally the story moon we're going to grab after this. You need to grab 5 moon shards in order to spawn, but surprisingly, we don't need to do that, and it's just already
there.
right here sitting there. So just able to grab it and then continue on with our lives. Yeah, really quick moons. As you can see, these rooms are about a minute long each, and we're getting 3 moons out of them. So very valuable and just quick overall.
Yeah,
last
last
a lot
room
faster
here.
than main game.
Yeah,
this room can be a little bit tedious just because wind physics can be kind of hard to adapt to. But the more annoying part is at the very end. There's a lump.
Yes.
There's a lump thing that spawns a moon, and it's pretty random which way it'll move, and you have to react to the direction. So we'll see if Source can get this relatively quickly.
We'll see how this goes. Depends where it spawns. Okay. All right. Never mind. The wind saved me.
Good backup.
There we go.
Nice.
That's
that was
fine.
Very good. Right next to the story moon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can just. Okay, I thought I could just throw Cappy and land into it, but yeah, that was actually very good because that lurker can spawn pretty much anywhere, right?
Yeah, I think so. I've had it go like way over to the left. I don't think I've ever had it go behind because it does run away from Mario, but that was a really nice position.
I'll see. It's not 2020 anymore, TMB. I don't forget hat and seek here, thankfully. my split for this section used to be hat and seek in all caps because this moon that I'm about to grab here, I would always roll past and just go into the storage room. Also, this Snoodle's being stubborn and not talking to me.
Yeah, a little bit confused how one of Cappy's brethren was able to get on the hat of the Shivarian when it doesn't really look like they're wearing one. But, we won't question it. We'll just take the moon and move on.
Also, I'm seeing some British slander in chat. I want none of this. Alright, time for Blowy Noe. Which is, an interesting trick. We basically use a slope vault to trick the game into vaulting us up in the air. And we can use it to get to this painting platform without having to use a Blowy Joey, like intended. Once I don't mess it up. Okay, this is being annoying. Wow.
Yeah, very difficult trick, but should still just gotta keep trying. Pretty quick to reattempt. At least it's not like a moon flip where you only got one shot. That would be very bad. But
there we go.
There we go. Nice.
Holy! Yeah. Normally I get it within like a few tries. That took forever.
Yeah. Unfortunate time loss, but sometimes you just gotta take it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Rest
only like plus 10 out of that or something like that, so not a huge problem.
Now we get a throwback to earlier in the run. We get to do Dino Skip a second time. What?
Yes, we do. Yeah, this is.
Do you like this music? If so, donate the track.
I'm muting my game audio for this portion. No Dino music in my speedrun.
Verification possibility.
True. But yeah, that was an interesting snow too. A little bit of time loss, but still a pretty good run. I got stuck on like an invisible there. That was a bit scary. I thought I was gonna bonk for a second.
Yeah, the momentum off the roll up, trying to jump onto the Toad platform is a little awkward.
Also, in a second here, after this moon, you're gonna see me capture this chain chomp, even though we're not gonna do anything with it. Basically, as I was talking about Toadette Achievements earlier, we need to get 35 captures in the run in order to get one of those Toadette Achievements, and in my run, I would get 33. So yeah, we have to get 2 extra captures. How are we looking on estimate? I'm on PB pace, pods. So, go figure.
Like 20 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
At least 15, probably.
Yeah. I was gonna say, we're only like halfway through the run, so I might not be on PB pace by the end of it. But yeah, I think I was only minus 10 leaving Snow 2, so yeah. An hour and a half in, definitely still PB pace.
Yeah. Kind of just glossed over this, but that's actually a really intense sub-area movement-wise. Can
it
very
is, yeah.
easily use a lot of time just to getting trolled by how the cloud platforms work or how the swinging things work, but managing it very nicely, and
Yeah.
get to see some more of these cloud platforms here.
Yeah, Cappy can be a pain when homing in on these cloud platforms, which is why that sub-area can also be very difficult. Almost value dived. Cappy wanted to go off to the right there. That would have been incredibly unhelpful.
Yeah, thankfully all good. Now entering this 2D area, I'm going to collect some notes, and you might be asking, wait, why are you skipping these notes, and why aren't you grabbing that moon that just spawned? Well, there is another 2D moon over to the left that we got to grab first, because Toadette, like we mentioned with the captures, also has a requirement for 2D moons, and have to get a specific number of those, and if you miss any 2D moons, then you're either going to have to get a replacement 2D moon or a backup, or 2 backup moons, because it's very tight. You cannot miss a single one, otherwise you're going to be messing up Toadette.
No, this is not the Source28 hoodie. This is the programmer hoodie. The Source28 hoodie I think I'll be wearing tomorrow. I think it's the next one on my railing outside my room, because I just take them off from the top. So yeah, I think I'll be wearing that tomorrow. But yeah, that was bought for me by my partner, Eden8, for my birthday. Peepo Shy. Shouldn't want it today, true.
We should probably have made this more public, but we actually the moon that Source just got can be very finicky, very easy just to miss the shot on the block. But yesterday actually, someone found a more consistent way to get it. It's basically if you shake with the chomp before pressing Z, you're gonna get a little bit more pullback, and it makes the moon a whole lot easier to get. I was experimenting with this, and you can be super far away.
But it's pretty. I'm still labbing it out a little bit, but I found some quick ways to do it and some really consistent, 100% consistent ways to get it.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. Anyone who plays this category, that's really something you should learn, because it's really annoying to miss that.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass otherwise. And yeah, I actually hadn't heard about that, so that's the first time I've learnt about that strat now.
Yeah, when you shake, the trunk goes, he stretches farther, and I don't know.
Yeah. I've always been doing that. God damn it, TMV, not sharing your strats with us, SMH.
Yeah, apparently this was known by a few people, but it was just not discussed at all.
We're just idiots.
Yeah, I know.
I thought I'd tested something like that before, but I think I just never got around to doing it, or I was testing a different thing, and I thought it was, I don't know.
More track 04 music, by the way.
Yeah, listen to this.
Oh yeah, true.
More of that, don't donate. Or donate for track 4 so somebody doesn't snipe track 46.
Oh lord.
81 pounds left until track 46 wins.
Damn, you gotta get your donations in chat. Help me out here, alright? You can't let the commentators win.
Look, we're saving you time, Source, okay?
This is true. If I am on PB pace, I will want to pick track 4, but I will, for marathon reasons, I will, we'll have some fun, There's another shop moon here.
Yeah, second shot for the run. I believe, does your route get 9 or 10?
I don't have a clue.
Okay, yeah, never mind. That was a dumb question. I was just, because it would actually be 8 or 9, but I was curious if you got Luncheon Shop or not.
Yeah, I get Luncheon 2 Shop. Yeah.
Okay, so that means that just the 1,000 coin total overall for Toadette is just equivalently matching the number of coins you need throughout the run with deaths, death warps, slots, Jaxie, shops, so all good there. The coin count for Darker required for most routes is just going to be 1,000 coins, because that is the minimum needed to fulfill the Toadette achievement, and that'll give you a really quick 7-second moon later on, and you can get 1,000 coins throughout the entire run without losing any time at all. So really nice overall. There is a new route where you actually get a few outfits throughout the run, and that'll bump it up to 1,400, which you can still get without losing time, but it's a little bit more difficult. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little harder, but also more glamorous. So, it's, in my opinion, it's worth.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna have an interesting strat coming up in a sec.
Yeah, pretty difficult roll vector after this Vault Moon. Easy to mess up, but at the same time, if you get a vector, then you're pretty confident that it'll work. It's easy to see early on whether or not the angle is going to be okay. So we'll see here.
Seems fine to me.
Yep.
Should at least make the platform, even if I can't get the pylon early. Yeah. Had a
Pretty
lot of
good.
leeway there, that's fine. And yeah, I have to shake like hell here to stay in the wire. God damn it.
If you shake at the correct time before grabbing that moon, you can stay in the wire while grabbing the moon, and that saves a little bit of time overall. But
yeah.
Very finicky strat. I have yet to find a consistent setup. You can even get it just by timing your Y and X press, but that's way less consistent for me.
It's not. It's pretty much luck, as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned. And I think my opinion is pretty important. Pretty valid in this situation.
World record holder coming through, move aside, peasants.
Stop telling me it's not RNG, okay? I'll tell you what's not RNG. It's the cheese and the pan bros, okay?
Also,
Hot takes. Hot takes.
Den's just tilting off of the face of the earth right now. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I got an input drop there because the Pokio decided to poke the block. Thanks for that.
Yeah, now gonna do a pretty nice triple jump here to get over to.
Okay.
That was really close to value dive.
Yeah, that was almost value dive.
I don't understand the value dive there. That's only happened to me once, but I just got completely destroyed by it. So as soon as I saw the angle change, I was so worried.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever gotten even close to a value dive there. So yeah, that was kind of spooky.
It made me so much more paranoid.
BP's having flashbacks to his dead runs to that.
Yeah. Essentially, a value dive is when you throw Cappy in a specific direction, and you'd think, I'm holding the control stick this direction, so I should dive directly on top of Cappy, right? No, wrong. Sometimes the game will be like, hey, let's dive at like a 30-degree angle from where you threw Cappy, and make you either almost miss or barely land on Cappy, and you get less distance off the bounce because you don't land directly on top, or you just fully miss and take a death or something. So thankfully not happening, but it was very scary.
Yeah, that was definitely close. And the thing is, if you bounce on the side of Cappy, you don't get as much height. So if it's a jump where you need quite a bit of height, like I did there, it can sometimes be scary for that reason as well, that I'm not going to potentially make the platform.
Yeah. Thankfully, no issues. But now, you're going to be entering one of the most iconic sub-areas.
My
favorite. I'll let you take this before.
It's called the Jizo's Big Adventure sub-area. These little stone Jizos, as they're called, you can capture them and walk around. They're made of stone. They can stand on these P-switches, and this one opens up a secret moon, but how are you going to get over there? It's also in the air. Well, as you can see, we can bounce on Cappy, as we've been doing for the past hour and 45 minutes. You're supposed to get about like 4 total Jizos and move them around on all these P-switches, and it's just a big mess. You can just skip the whole thing. There's not even enough time to explain it. We're already done.
Yeah, I had a complete meltdown in that sub-area, but we still managed to beat it pretty quickly, because, yeah, it's not too much of a big adventure in speedruns. You just click one button and then you just jump to the top instead.
Yeah. Literally, that could probably be around a 2-minute sub-area casually, but since Nintendo clearly forgot, I feel like that's honestly intended to cheese, but
yeah,
we'll go with forgot. Since Nintendo clearly forgot that you can bounce off Cappy and do a triple jump in this game, you can just completely skip literally everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no way that Nintendo overlooked that. Like, there's just no shot. It's the walls, you get so much extra height.
Yeah. I guess they, like, especially when you're playing a game casually, you'll usually just do the intended route anyway, even if it seems like you can cheese it. So, I feel like there's a lot of times when Nintendo just trusted people to not break their sub-areas.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, screw you, Spiny.
taking notes in between the spinies. Always a really fun, enjoyable
Oh
time.
my god. I'm so annoyed. I hate this moon.
Gonna be doing a lot of music right about now. We got this notes moon. Unfortunately, unlike Super Mario Galaxy, not gonna be playing a nice tune for us. But hey, look, we got another one. Maybe this one will. Spoiler
Woo.
alert: it won't. Sag, but maybe in the future.
Smudge.
Yeah, notes moons are a little bit different in this game because there's no real set order that you need to collect them in. Like this one, gonna be going for a pretty swag strat.
Okay, yeah, I
Unfortunately not.
shafted it.
But yeah,
that did not go as planned.
attempting to grab all of the notes in one fell swoop by poking the Pokio's nose out while rising, and unfortunately unable to do so. But it's a very difficult strat, so understandably so.
Yeah, it's hard to get a specific poke angle when the Pokio's doing 360s. So yeah, it's a pretty difficult strat. I think I've gotten it to work like twice. But I still try it every time because there's no real time loss from doing it, because if you mess it up then you'd have to do a second run through anyway.
Yep, for sure.
I'll see it
And
jumping off the edge here. Down to this.
no fear whatsoever. But yeah, another thing to mention, those bird boons can be very finicky in your casual playthrough trying to figure out how to grab them, but Source angling the camera down so it can't exactly run away very effectively. Still possible, but not as likely. Also, another backup we have, if we go into first-person mode and just stand there, then the bird will think we're gone for whatever reason, because if we're not on screen, we also don't exist. That doesn't just go for entities in this game, that also apparently goes for Mario. But yeah, we can just stand there in first-person mode, and eventually the UFO in Bowser's Kingdom will come back and give us a free moon.
Yeah, like I said before, because this game is played on a glorified iPad, another caveat is that we have a lot of strats where we use the camera to either despawn something or delay an enemy or something like that, which we can use to our advantage.
But now we really hyped up Seaside 2 in early game. I don't know if anyone recalls, but Seaside 2 is probably one of the most exciting post-game splits. What you do, you get
It's
a
just
few
so
moons.
movement after trick.
Yeah. Just be really excited. It's going to be a super cool kingdom.
Another Super Mario 64 reference coming up after taking a look at this sign. Some of you already know the order for whatever reason.
Whoa.
Wow.
References.
Yeah, what's that from? JRB?
I think so. I'm not familiar. I'm too much of a zoomer for SM64.
I watch it from time to time. The moon spawns here, Mario. There we go. I think I should grab that. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, literally losing no time from the accidental long jump.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting.
Similarly to how that moon spawns on the cycle, we also got a nice little bird cycle coming up. That's also going to be kind of a theme throughout the rest of post-game. There's going to be some times where we're on a cycle for specific bird moons. This one's pretty easy. You can make quite a few mistakes and still grab the moon in time, but there's, especially in sand and wooded, going to be some pretty tight ones that you got to be careful that you don't miss the bird on. So first one down.
Yeah, I had to make sure that I didn't land on that snail's head there, because you lose 10 seconds if you land on that snail's head. It's awful. It's so much pain.
Okay, but this is where the excitement starts, guys. We get to capture this Cheep, and look, we're swimming.
We are indeed swimming.
It's insane. Grabbing this moon, breaking some blocks, getting this. Now, going back up, not taking a fish bonk. Pretty damn impressive, actually.
Not fish told me how to do that.
Area. Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Sitting in the seaweed. Let's get it. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's still not fish bonk. Making it around the corner. Let's go. Now, gotta collect
the checkpoint.
Yeah.
We've got a special moon here.
Oh, this one's a different color.
Yeah. See? Like we said, exciting. Another moon over here in a rock. See, all these moons, they're just hiding in the ground, or they're just sitting out in the open.
Moons have a
And
lot of
we
value.
just gotta like coax them out of their. Oh, we're capturing a different fish because that old one he's used up. We need a fresh fish.
Ran out of juice. No energy left.
Oh, a moon just in the ground. Bunch of seaweed enemies, you know.
Here's one
Oh,
out
a
in the
moon
open.
just sitting under this giant plesiosaur. Speaking of dinosaurs, if you like dinosaurs,
There's no way you segued that. Get lost.
Yeah, track 04, let's go. Get your incentive donations in. But oh wait, actually exciting, fish clip. Dragging the fish into the out of bounds area,
Wow.
and then you would normally get pushed back out there, but since we recaptured the fish while it's past the pushback barrier, we are able to clip through the wall and grab these 2 really quick moons. And dang, that was some really intense gameplay. Very
Wow.
difficult.
I
Just
am
lots of
enthralled.
movement. Yeah, tons of very quick fish movement. Now warping back to this checkpoint we warped to earlier.
and
Because
speaking of
Seaside.
dinosaurs, there's another dinosaur coming.
It's a Glidon, bro. What kind of dinosaur?
A flying one.
Yeah,
it's-
see, he's
it's
a
a-
dinosaur.
It's a
And
pterodactyl.
there's a snail here. There's a snail here. He likes seeing flying dinosaurs. He probably will donate to track 4. He likes dinosaurs, but he wants to see Glidon, and so we bring him over here. We also get some other moons here. Here's a bunny, just ground pound. He never saw it coming.
True, that's actually the point of that strat.
Unfortunate for the bunny.
Here
And now we
go.
get to speak to our tacos.
Yo.
Our German friend,
Ab?
Hogchem. I can't look at this snail anymore without seeing Hakos. For those who don't know, a German runner of this game as Hakos has that snail as his profile picture, so yeah. Alright, well that's the first time I've taken damage there in months.
All good though.
Yeah. Didn't knock it the wrong way, which would have been a real problem.
So now taking a break from the excitement of the fish movement, now we have one of the most annoying 2D sections in the entire game. Really easy to take very unnecessary damage. You generally won't take a death, but if you take just a few accidental hits, practically unavoidable in this area.
So these moons are actually take more than 20 seconds each. There's 3 moons in here, and they take a long time to get. But actually, we still get them because there is a Toadette moon for collecting the 2D moons, as BP mentioned earlier, and it's really tight. So that's why we get these 3 moons in this 2D sub area, because they go nicely together and they're 2D. So even though they take like maybe 25 seconds each, they're still worth it to get because a Toadette moon is only 7 seconds. So
yeah,
the average
actually
of
very nicely done by Source there. No damage, right?
Yeah, besides the damage that I took at the start, I didn't take damage in the second area.
Yeah, really nice. The notes cycle is the part where you generally will take damage. So
Yeah,
avoiding
it's
always nice.
Annoying as hell. I actually had a moment back when I first started running this category back in late 2019. I died 3 times in the sub area during a run. It went downhill so fast. I ended up 6 minutes behind.
It's something that doesn't happen often, but it's always like a possibility because there's just the Koopa shells. Like you generally want to go fast and damage boost if they're in the way, but if you just accidentally take 1 extra hit, it's not a damage boost. Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, you saw me turn my camera down here. That was to delay this. Oh, I still got it.
How?
How did I still get it? I fish bombed.
Oh, how did that come out?
Yeah, that's
that was sick.
That's usually not meant to be. Xbox recalled that. We need to Kowalski analysis that. Normally, if you fish bonk, you're not getting that strat whatsoever. Yeah, that's why I turned my camera down to delay that eel from spawning, so we can get in and out without taking damage. Where is the
big scary eel?
But yeah. And yeah, we'll see the prompt for 250 moons here. We are halfway through in terms of moons, but there's only just over an hour left.
Yeah. So we're going to be getting a lot really quickly, and we've already, in this span of about half an hour since we completed main game, we have collected 100 moons.
Yeah, exactly. We've almost beaten the main game total after 30 minutes, and main game is an hour and a half.
But that being said, we do have a little bit of a relaxation point coming up because
yes.
in Wooded 1, we did not complete the story, as probably previously mentioned. So the reason for that is we respawn all the way back up here at this painting area, and we can just drop right on down to a place we would have normally had to climb to. So pretty nice time save just by
Yeah.
saving this part of the game for later. And it also gives us an added bonus of getting a nice boss fight that's pretty simple, not too much going on.
Yeah, we do have Speedy Nutboy, but that's about it.
In terms of the lore, there's a lot going on, but
Oh.
I'll explain that shit, you know.
No. It rolled into me. Screw that bomb.
Pretty good
Well,
shots.
pretty
there.
good targets opening that.
Yeah, true, and before I void out on this fight or something, Togdrift wants to be mean to me, just fall straight through the floor. Yeah,
Okay,
if you...
Don't stretch too early, okay?
So yeah, coming up in Togdrift, we have a strat we call Speedy Nutboy, where if you using the little up section that the uproot spawns from, you can cancel the stun when you hit the floor, and also make the uproots jumps faster. And this makes the fight about 5 seconds faster, if I'm not mistaken.
It's going to be visible. You'll be able to see.
It'll be obvious.
You can't do it on the first phase, so you'll get kind of a sense of how the uproot moves on this first section. But then on the second ones, it's just mind blowing how much faster it goes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you see for this first section, we just kind of run around and then just go up as we hit them. So it's pretty slow.
After you fall back down, there's a little bit of fall stun you can't really avoid on the first phase. But here, if we land on the right portion of this spawner here.
Did one of those get it? No. Am I actually not gonna get? Oh yeah, that was stun gone, and that's not speed. No.
One more try.
Yeah, I got it. That should get it. Yeah, I think we got it.
But here we go.
Now we can jump to them, which is significantly faster, and that's speeding up, boy. And if I go too fast here, okay, you could, since you go too fast, you sometimes go straight through the floor, but by going too quickly to the middle. So one small issue with this strat is that I have to make sure that I don't clip through the floor, because this game is very well designed. So yeah.
Yeah,
we can
so
just zoom through here.
yeah, I like the uproot. Very cute. But anyway, yeah, this boss, you could just see UFO stealing flowers. We have to destroy the blue things that come out, and it makes the UFO flip upside down, so we can then smash into the belly of the mechanical spin drift, as I would call it. Very normal boss fight, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. We don't ask questions when it comes to Mario fights.
And
this will be, aside from Darker Side, this will be the last multi-moon of the run. Pardon.
Yeah, that's like the last story moon kind of thing that we have. And the last piece of downtime, except for the moon dump in Luncheon 2, basically. Because, we don't get much... Let's grab the rock here. We don't get much downtime from this point onwards. The next hour is relatively intensive.
Yeah, going to be moving really quickly. So, starting off right off the bat with some any percent movement. Bopping the bunny while holding the rock, and then grabbing the rock moon afterwards. Now, working our way over to yet another shot moon.
Yeah, those 3 moons are literally the exact same as the start of Wooded in any percent, so if you've seen that before, that will look very similar. We just do it 2 hours into the run, rather than 15 minutes.
Yeah, the lighting's a little different is mainly the only thing.
Yeah. Then we grab a moon rock.
Nice spin throw roll cancel.
Thanks. It was completely unintentional.
I figured, but it was a spin throw roll cancel.
Nonetheless. Right.
Yeah,
oh, wait,
now
no.
we warped to one of the most common checkpoints in the Wooded Kingdom, Station 8.
Yeah, we warped to that, 3 times in this kingdom? Maybe 4?
Yeah, it depends on the route you do, but mine, I believe, does 3 times.
Yeah.
Pretty common one, but going to be doing a pretty nice long jump over to this nut. Originally, you had to glide on over it and do some pretty slow movement, but just able to jump right on over. Now, breaking this crate.
Yeah.
And now we're going to do some movement over to these two moons that just opened up.
Okay, it's fine.
And
Grab
coming
the
up
different
after,
side.
yeah, that was sometimes the area you grab that can be a little awkward. But coming up right here, we got a pretty intense jump with some rocket flowers. You get a lot of extra speed with these rocket flowers. Somehow getting 2 from that.
Yeah, I wanted 1, but it's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything.
Is it
but,
fine?
The vector is a little weird. You're good,
It's
I think?
fine.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I normally take 1 there, because you can vector it a lot easier. But yeah, Cappy, like, went all the way
Oh yeah,
back.
that's not true, by the way.
It's like-
Having 1 or 2 rocket flowers doesn't matter.
It does. Screw you, Awful.
No,
It changes it.
It's placebo, but like it's
Is the
weird
placebo
because you can
more-
land with speed if you grab 2, and that's a little bit awkward when you want to talk to.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't know. I found it easier to vector when I grabbed 1, but yeah, maybe it is just placebo.
It is, but it's understandable, like for sure. I definitely felt the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of the mechanics actually change. It's because the speed runs out in the air, but it's like it feels different, and you can land with speed when talking to Toad, like we mentioned, so that's a little bit slower because you need to cancel that speed. But anyway, grabbing a lot of nuts. Kind of crack. Okay, I'm sorry.
That was a nice pun. I can do that.
And now we've got,
Also,
Goombet has some height standards, but we're actually not. We don't meet the standards, but we can step on the slope, and then she thinks we're tall enough.
yeah, easy climb.
And there we go. We get a moon from Toadette, and then ruin her dreams by revealing we are not actually an 8 tall Goomba stack or a 7 tall Goomba stack. We are
Can we
Mario.
please get over this railing without getting stun locked? That was kind of spooky, but we're fine.
Another nut. What the heck? But wait.
But wait, there's more. Look, it
There's
is.
one in here too. On the
Another
wall.
nut. Oh my god. I'm nutting everywhere in this kingdom.
This movement is nuts. Okay. Anyway. Now we're going into one of the staples of the any percent run in Flood Pipeway. Pretty intense cycle-based sub-area. Got to be pretty quick to make it. There is actually pretty precise cycle skip type of thing, but only saves about half a second, so not really worth going for because it is much more difficult.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Result in a lot of time loss. But looking good so far for the general cycle.
Alright.
Not too fast, actually.
Nah, I can do the backup though. There we go.
Alright, good backup.
Yeah, it wasn't-
Unfortunately, having to take the damage refill animation in the moon cutscene. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say earlier. BP, since you're here, do you want to take over when we get to Toadette? I know you have some
need to
jokes lined up.
I need to pull this up.
Yeah, it's because
Okay.
I messed it up so much, TMV, so I have to be good at the backup. But
Okay,
yeah.
so now we got to mention the bird cycle. So after we warp to this checkpoint, there is a bird moving through the kingdom. Also, another nut moon swag. But bird moving through the kingdom, and got to be pretty quick and precise in this next section of the run in order to actually make the cycle for the bird. So you're gonna grab a lot of moons. Can't mess up too much, otherwise that's gonna be an issue. So dropping down 2 more nut moons right in a row, because that's just Wooded Kingdom for you. Here's one. I think you got uproot speed off this.
I think I did, yeah. Because you basically jump right off the edge of the spawn platform, so it's kind of hard not to get speed. Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, that might kill it.
yeah, I was gonna say that might have killed it.
Yeah, but I think you should still be good to make the timer cycle. But
No, still got
gonna
speed.
be going through the red maze with very nice uproot speed. Just launching the uproot all the way through the maze, and then getting a nice spin drill off the edge, and very clean. You're perfectly fine on the bird cycle, and turning the camera like that actually loses a little bit of time because the camera pan to the moon spawn cutscene is a
I
little
did
bit
not
longer.
know that. I will not do that anymore.
Yeah, Oh, the bird's literally not even on screen, so you're way ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I usually jump for it anyway, so
Nice.
we'll see how this goes.
Yikes. It was very actually intense. We'll
Okay.
see.
So another reason the bird cycle is really scary.
Yoink.
Should be
Oh,
good.
my
Nice. Well done.
If he falls down, he doesn't die.
Yeah,
So
you
if
go
no
into
one said,
deep
"I did
woods,
deep woods,"
which
oh,
is even worse than dying.
you're like, "Oh no, I'm gonna die," and then you're like, "Oh wait, I didn't die," and you're like, "Oh wait, I didn't
Where
die."
I just lost 2 minutes.
Yeah, because if you die, you had just gotten a checkpoint, so you would literally respawn right
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
So the worst that would happen is you need to get a backup moon for the bird, but if you fall in deep woods, you need to climb all the way back out, which will take a solid at least.
Yeah, deep woods is quite literally a fate worse than death in these speedruns.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna bonk there too, don't worry. I just
Yeah.
wasn't as verbally scared. But yeah, that was pretty spooky for a moment there.
Yeah, but very good bird cycle overall, gotta say.
Yeah, I think I played that pretty well.
Oh wait, you got the clip here.
You liked
Oh.
me.
It definitely happened. It definitely happened.
Yeah, I might have just
Back-
not pressed Y quick enough, in
I don't
fairness.
know. I couldn't tell if. You
I don't know if you pressed Z, but you were still in the bullet bill when you got the moon. And I think that's how it works, but I don't really know. So
Oh yeah, I did press Z. That might have been Y.
okay. ZY, lots of buttons.
I think you want to actually crash it. Anyway.
Crash it? Okay, I didn't know. I've always pressed Z. Maybe that's why I never get it. I
I
don't understand this at all.
I have no clue how it works. I sometimes see Mario go upwards, and I just press Y, and it works.
I have a couple clues on how it works, but you know, I've got 3 pieces in the 50-piece puzzle. So.
It's still dumb.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm over here with probably -3 pieces.
You're in debt. It's the puzzle.
Yeah, I'm in debt.
Okay, well, not a bad start for WSM. The
Yeah,
best
that was
acronym. What did Sand Metro?
The best
Henry
acronym
Sand
for
now.
most part of the run.
There's gonna be a bird cycle. You can actually see a bird in the air above the moon rock. He's off screen now. We will be seeing that bird shortly.
Hopefully.
The bird
Hopefully.
restarts its cycle after hitting this moon rock,
And
then Source will have to do some animal manipulation in terms of managing a dog and a bird and a toad. You know, does a toad count as an animal?
And a rabbit.
Oh, and
yeah,
a rabbit.
funny.
So we've got the rabbit. He's gonna make a dog find a moon next after talking to another Bonneton. It's another Hat and Seek moon. All meanwhile, there's a bird moving, and we do not want to miss that bird.
Yeah, this is a pretty short cycle, but it's also very tight, so gotta be very careful. It starts at the moon rock. So far, there haven't been many mistakes, so should be good.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty scary to go for because yeah, you basically have to play perfectly from hitting the moon rock to getting to that section, otherwise you'll miss that bird. And that's an example of the gem and toad that will be used for the incentive, but that one's in Luncheon 3. And I missed the moon.
Well, there goes the time save.
Yeah, that's like all of the time that saves lost.
It's okay.
Okay,
It's always better to go for things and lose time.
Yeah.
Actually not getting them if you have like the main stuff down. I feel like because
Yeah.
you're giving yourself more of a chance to save time. So.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, hopefully I had the camera pointed over here enough that the dog is ready with the moon when I get over to it here.
So,
Yes.
on the left side of the screen, the observant viewer might have noticed we now have an ellipsis. We are no longer getting moons. The game cannot process the number of moons we have in our inventory, so they substituted in with an ellipsis. So
Yeah,
unfortunately,
basically.
we cannot track how many moons we have in postgame, but rest assured it is a lot, and we will be dumping all of these into the Odyssey shortly.
Yeah.
Sure,
So
get them all at once. It's
You
really
get-
satisfying, you know.
you get the ellipsis when you get more than 150 moons, so yeah. We have quite a few at the moment. Also, I'm going to try and do a strat here that's slightly spooky.
got the Goomba.
Ah, never mind. This platform's
Yeah.
way off cycle. I can just stand on it.
Yeah, the riskier strat is when you jump onto a slope with a Goomba, you can generate a whole lot of speed, and this goes for even tiny slopes, though you can have small optimizations with it. But essentially, what can happen is just use that to launch yourself across the platform really quickly. So, unfortunately, wasn't in a very good position to do that for Source, but it's okay. Getting that platform cycle is also really good and a lot safer. So,
Yeah,
not a
I was
bad-
gonna say, considering I'm still on PB pace at the moment, it's probably better off that I didn't try that strat, so...
Nice instant cap. So now going to be manipulating some more bullet bills to grab a pretty far away block, and actually going to be abusing a pretty interesting technique to make the bullet go a little bit farther, a little bit faster. So
no.
You should be good. You should be good.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
yeah,
fine.
all good. Yeah, and
Was
now
slightly spooky.
actually releasing the Y button despite the game telling you to go faster while holding Y. Actually going to be releasing the Y button because there is a speed cap on the bullet bill when you hold Y, and you can exceed that speed cap when you are shaking. So I'm going to abuse that mechanic a little bit. But there we go. Now I got some more tight cycles with a timer challenge coming up. You're going to be popping open this bird moon and getting a nice trio after spawning this timer challenge.
I grabbed
Or
the
wait,
timer first because I'm a
Okay,
bitch.
that makes sense. I mean, it's honestly about the same speed because you need to wait for Cappy to come back in.
I mean, yeah, this is also true. But yeah, I've seen
It's
some interesting strats that I did actually try to learn in this section, but it didn't turn out too well for me, so
Yeah,
I just went back.
It's about a second, and you can't even really see that second because what happens is you notice Cappy just got back to Mario on top of the Jaxie. If you're closer to the cactus, it'll take Cappy a little bit longer to get back to Mario, and you have to deal with that waiting animation if you are a little bit slower. So, not going to lose much time at all to the moderately faster strat. And there's even a more advanced variation where you can actually spawn the bird moon while the timer's on, but
Yeah, that's for the BTT people, not us.
Yeah, that's for Ganon 04 and them. I'm not even gonna do that.
Yep.
Oh, next, what is this fish's name?
I don't think we've named this fish.
Well, let's give it a name. There's a fish coming up. You know, the fish in Snow Kingdom is George, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
You can just tell him by the way he bites the line. He's a George. This fish, I don't know.
Not first try, though.
What the heck?
Second. That's not bad.
How
Second
did-
really isn't that bad for sand.
Yeah, I clearly need to learn more about this fish because I am so confused how that actually aggroed the rod. And that was really fast. That saves like probably at least 5 to 7 seconds over what I did.
I mean, that was a good positioning. Like, the positioning is random, and when it bites is random. I think I just got pretty damn lucky there. But yeah, sometimes that's
Really
that.
good.
Yeah, sometimes that fish can be incredibly stubborn and refuse to aggro on you. Also, I have a relatively difficult strat coming up here that I'm going to focus on.
Alright,
We're
sounds
now
good.
entering the 2D section. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of potential for taking damage with all these bullet bills, but they actually generally align very nicely, but very nice dodge. Preventing the damage there, and as we mentioned earlier, there is a 2 to 3 second damage refill animation whenever you collect the moon while taking damage. This is really good positioning for this strat coming up.
Oh, no. Okay.
Almost barely.
I didn't get the backup either. This is horrible.
That's okay. It doesn't lose too much, just
yeah.
basically the damage refill, because yeah, okay. So only losing about 2 to 3 seconds, not getting the bullet bill bounces there. So overall, not going to lose too much time, but essentially, Source tried. Oh,
Okay,
no,
it's
wait a
fine,
minute.
it's fine, it's
Oh
fine.
my
No,
God.
what the heck is happening? Oh no, the mold has
Roller
become
coaster
bad.
emotions.
One domino falls, the rest go down with it. What am I
Okay.
even doing here? You know, let's just go up like
That's
this.
what's supposed to happen.
I should have walked.
Okay.
When I fell, I should have probably walked. That would have been a better strat.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, honestly. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
for future. That's another thing about Darker. Plenty of things can just randomly go wrong. ever thought it could happen before. And just as more of them happen, you get more backups for the future. So warping to the checkpoint in that 2D section after that definitely would have been the play.
For everything that can happen in that 2D section that can go wrong, that's like the last thing that I expected to go wrong. Just leaving after the second moon. God
For
damn
sure.
it. Do you want me to make a gamble about lake fishing? You can if you so wish, Pods.
Yeah. The other another thing to note is you can prevent a health refill animation by refilling your health, obviously, before grabbing a moon. And there was a gray moon available right by the pylon, so I think it might have been a little bit quicker to grab that gray moon. But again, that's just like one of those things that you like can't think of in the moment because it's really difficult.
Yeah.
But potentially, if you make that mistake again, it's like, okay, I'll grab this moon, maybe save half a second, not having to deal with the damage refill cutscene, and instead just grabbing this moon, getting 5 coins from it as well. So.
And yeah, I am no longer on PB pace after that.
Probably close, actually. That probably
Yeah.
lost 20-ish, so still doable probably. This post game's been decent overall.
Yeah. I was like plus 20 before the split, so
really?
like relatively reasonable to come back from, but I'm like plus 50 now, so
Oh, I see.
go figure.
I misjudged. This post game's been pretty clean overall, so.
Yeah, this run generally has been pretty good. Like, I'm pretty damn happy with my 312, so considering I was on pace to beat it like a decent amount into post game, I'm happy with.
Yeah, thank goodness for ledge grabs.
Yeah.
That surface is ledge grabbable.
Yeah. Shafted. Okay.
But now we got a nice timer challenge coming up. Some pretty smooth movement as well. You just get to spawn it open and then just do a nice jump dive into the actual section itself. Oh.
If you don't bonk.
Yeah, unfortunate, but then very nice side flip. Excuse me, English.
Very difficult.
Yeah, tough language, totally. But,
please just give me Cappy back.
Yeah, technically a little bit faster to grab Cappy from the Scarecrow before heading over to capture this wire, but not much.
Not faster after that. If it has time to come back to you, then you know you lost time.
Yeah, unfortunately, going to be disappointing Spike a little bit, not hitting the sheep there, but it's all right.
I used to like earlier on use the sheep as a guide of where I was going, but I usually just have a decent idea nowadays.
Yeah, it's in a very good position overall, so.
Yeah.
For alignment purposes, to where you want to do that nice spin drill into the sub area. But there we go. That's going to be the majority of sand too, but we got a few more moons left to collect. I'm going to be capturing our buddy Glydon here. And this part, it's weird because if you mess it up, it's terrible, but it's the main reason you'd mess it up is because the block positionings are really, really awkward. And
yeah,
I really don't know how common it is to mess up, but I'm permanently traumatized by losing about a minute on a good run here. So I don't really know. I haven't messed it up since, but like it's always gonna scare me now.
Yeah.
There we go. Pretty simple movement overall, and now we're gonna be grabbing a red moon. What the heck? Where is this from?
This is meant to be in Bowser's.
Yeah, what? Yeah. We looked at this hint art earlier in Bowser's 2, and you can be grabbing it now.
Probably should have ground pounded.
It's not a huge deal. I think it's like 88 frames when ground pound's faster. So now Source going to try and be going over to the right here. Oh, shoot.
No, I died.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Oh, no. That's a big time loss.
You're probably losing like 3 hours to that one.
Yeah, true. Might be going after overestimate after that one.
Yeah, pawns.
Yes.
Yeah.
For those unaware, that death was intentional. I'm not good at acting, so I don't expect anyone to fall for it.
Contrary to popular belief, that was an intended death.
And yeah, here's a little dram strat here.
How did that? I don't understand this strat at all. I was
works
not
because
convinced that would work, but I'm so bad at it. I don't know.
That's my setup, and that works for me. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
pretty
hey,
much.
if it works, it works. I don't know how, but sure.
I could show you how I do it, BP, if you want. I can make a little tutorial on my
Yeah,
strat
that would be much
pattern.
appreciated because I feel like I go so fast and then it just does not catch the barrel for no reason, even though it's like right in the position. But whatever. The point is, we are in Metro 2 now, and Metro 2 actually has a lot of really quick moons, about the same number as Sand 2 and Wooded 2 overall, but it goes by a lot quicker because they're just in a more organized fashion, and the moon rock is just right at the beginning here, so you can spawn the moons a little bit earlier.
The city is a lot more compact and dense than, the woods or the desert, so just in general,
Yeah,
Okay.
Sand has the second most moons overall, then after Mushroom, right? Because of Toadette, I think so.
Probably. That would make sense.
Then I think it's.
What about Luncheon?
Lunch has a lot too. Yeah, the main big ones are probably Lunch, Sand, Wooded, and Metro, and Mushroom, but Mushroom's carried by the Toadette moons. But yeah, doing some really quick movement, getting quite a few moons, bopping that bunny, ruining his day. Jeez.
Yeah, I have to
Totally
look up
dead.
here. If you don't look at that moon before you go in the wire, you'll phase straight through it because, as we said earlier, if it's not on screen, it doesn't exist. Which is kind of a motto for this game.
Most 3D Marios, honestly. But yeah, talking to Peach, now going to be launching ourselves all the way over to the cafe area. Whee! Left at the cafe, question mark?
Question mark?
Wait, is that... Oh shoot, now I need to rethink my entire
Oh.
life decisions over that moon name not having a question mark at the end. Maybe that's just Japanese. I mean, simplified Chinese. Ah,
Damn, BP
brain,
being one of those
brain.
people. Brian. Like, I swear, when we used to think Japanese was the fastest language, people would come into chat and say like, "Oh, why is the game in Chinese?" And now we play in Chinese. People come in, they're like, "Why is the game in Japanese?" It's like, God damn it, man.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as forgetting the Cap 1 checkpoint.
Oh hell. I'm still gonna make this cycle, right?
I think
Right?
so. Oh wait, not if the people bully you. Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah, I got bullied there, but I still made
they
it.
were not following COVID protocol. None of them are wearing masks.
Yeah, this is not social distancing. I am unimpressed.
Looking like
That
you
was
did
so
reverse
close.
people there.
The moon is literally like gone. More dog, and there's a bird, and there's a bat.
Many animals.
So many animals, dude. It's like a zoo.
Yeah. Speaking of animals, I'm just kidding. That was not.
Were you really gonna do a dinosaur segue there, Rafa?
we don't go into the dinosaur sub area in Metro Kingdom because it's slow. But I assure you, the dinosaurs in this game are not slow, and neither is their music.
I know what state you live in, Nick.
No.
It's not. I will find you before the end of my lifetime.
The darker side, U.S. Invitational, featuring Source28.
Yeah, and doing some nice backflips to get to some dizzying heights here. Grabbing the moon, and now we get to hop on a motorcycle, which for some reason is at the top of a building. We don't ask questions here.
How did it get up there? I mean, sorry, no questions. Why is there a floating key in the air? What is supporting this checkerboard?
It's a Mario.
Oh god, Monkass.
Why did someone have a scooter parking lot spot?
Yeah, I was gonna say, but never mind
Okay,
the scooter. Why are there parking lots?
This is another weird thing about Metro Kingdom. Once again, this guy is paying you to use his service. He's like, "You're my first customer. Here's a moon."
And the moon is called free parking, but it's really I'm paying you to park here.
I'm paying you to park on this roof. Yes, I stand here all day in the heat of the sun.
Poor
We're,
guy.
Someone
we're,
wants to park here.
we
Mario-
experience reverse capitalism in Metro Kingdom.
Mario supporting a local business simulator.
He's supporting the local business so he can go to the moon.
I always love buffering that spin there because you get to see Mario do like a cute little 360 in the air.
Yeah, like a ballerina.
Also, Pods has set up a gamba for lake fishing. If I assume it's first bite or not, like I do in my stream. But yeah, if you want to throw your channel points in, you can do that. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah,
Legendary
doing a little
saved
bit
me
of
though.
that I've seen, but still
Yeah.
making it work. That it can be really finicky to spawn the bird moon and land on the Is that a stoplight? I don't know, but
Like a
land on the
lamppost.
yeah. Either
I'll
way,
see it.
hard to land on it, but making clean work of it. Now we got a pretty intense room here in bullet building. Cycle based, got to make sure you capture this bullet bill.
Nice.
Actually, really quick for that. I was a little concerned you'd be too fast, actually, but not a problem.
Does someone want to retime that? Nah, it's an 80% sub area, so it's definitely not Darker BTT.
Yeah. Plus, there's actually a captureless strat that is moderately faster, but not worth going for.
I see. I didn't actually
Or
know
letter
about that.
M for a brief second.
Yeah, that's the
Put
second
M's in the
capture.
chat, okay? Put M's in the chat to show your support for the letter M.
Wait, no, I don't have time to drink here. I need to game.
Keep clear.
I'm putting keep clear.
Alright, so flip time. You get to watch me stick my hands out in front of my face like an idiot.
Well,
Woo.
you got it.
Cool.
The real reason most SMO streamers don't use facecam.
Alright, well, that's
You're
a first. Am I gonna make this?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
definitely
you're
right.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Long jump
Once
on
you
from like
qualify.
the first section rather than where you normally do that.
Oh, I should try that.
Yeah.
There's still some strats that I need to, like, look at.
Well, I mean that's not normally faster because it's just because you took
Oh,
the
I
bump.
see. Okay, can I please get up here? Yeah, we don't take the regular way for the timer challenge here. We use the fire exit to get up to the moon.
Yeah. And by we, you really mean you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I actually wait. Do you do that like complete asinine strat OFO?
There's another cool strat there. Where
Yeah, I've
you
seen Ganon do it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
There's
I
a
can't-
slightly
timer
better
challenge.
way than what
Okay,
Ganon does.
we're gonna gamble again.
All right, please. Oh, okay.
1 in
wow.
7.5 trillion.
Yes. Got the dream look on the slots there.
Yeah, honestly impressive. Good RNG. Takes a lot of skill.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to close the Gamba pods, fishing's like the second moon in Lake 2, so I'd close that now.
But yeah, Lake 2. Got a lot of cool movement here. Two really nice sub areas as well. What?
Nice.
What? I wasn't being facetious. These are actually like two of my favorite sub areas in the world.
These scare the life out of me. Mainly because I copy
You
off
can
all
die at
strats
any
for Poison
second.
Frog.
You can die at any second.
Okay, yeah, I kind of deserve that.
Okay. What's this fish's name?
We don't have a name for Sander Lake.
What?
We just know
I
some
thought
snow.
we- Okay, we gotta get on this.
Can we just have
okay?
asshole?
We're making a fool of ourselves.
I hate this fish.
This fish, it's a big fish in a small pond.
Alright, it's not first bite. So there you go for Gamba. It's third. There you go.
Third
Man.
bite.
So we had first bite, second bite, third bite, and also it's against the wall. So I have to spend like 5 seconds shaking my controller just to pull it out of the water.
But now we're gonna be taking some notes. Everyone, make sure you have your pen and paper out.
Oh, hell.
Okay, maybe not so much. But
Yeah, I kind of messed up the strat, but it's fine.
but now grabbing this moon and gonna be activating the moon rock, spawning a whole bunch of other moons that are like right along this path, but unfortunately cannot be obtained until smacking this rock with Cappy. Yeah, we get to go behind the floodgate in just a second. I think that's the name of the moon, at least. I'm not too
behind the
familiar with this
floodgate.
game name. Yeah, you did your Talkatoo Darker run, so you have to be a little bit more familiar.
Yeah.
I know the
actually-
N% ones, but not so much the other ones.
I was considering doing it in German, which would have been fun.
Oh no, why?
Ooh.
So I have to know the moon name, and I have to like be able to deduce from the German
And then-
name.
Yeah, translate. What does this mean?
Yeah, for those unaware, Talkatoo is a bird in this game that randomly will assign you 3 different moons up to 3 different moons at a time. So we have a randomizer category where you have to talk to the bird to assign moons that you get, and it's fun. I
It's
enjoy
pretty
it.
RNG based, but also you gotta route it. You gotta figure out the best way to do. Okay, scary sub area.
Yeah.
You go through it with a frog, unless you are Mr. Frog Source28, and you don't use the frog. You know, a lot of
Oh.
people would.
That's fine.
That was very close. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. That's normal.
Did not vector the triple. Scared the crap out of me. You did not vector the triple at all. And
I found it was weird. I actually drop tempo. I actually found vectoring the triple made it harder for me to hit the cycle. I know this sounds counterintuitive.
It's so weird.
I stopped vectoring and I started getting the sub area correctly. So yeah, I'm not vectoring anymore intentionally.
Yeah. Have we explained vectoring in this game?
I don't think we have.
Okay, well, basically, vectoring is just a general principle in this game where if you're going diagonally through the air, you're going to go a little bit faster because I believe it has something to do with combining the X and Z velocities of Mario, which are going to be separate most of the time.
I'm gonna do it
can
here,
get a little
actually.
more speed. So yeah, example coming up.
So it takes you think about it like the angle that you first jump with or walk off an edge with, and then 45 degrees left or right from that, and vectoring it lets you move faster, and also
wait,
it just
I'm dumb. Wrong order of operations.
Math in my
you talk to
Mario.
this fish lady through the wall. The wall is thin, and the fish lady talks loud. The vectoring also lets you just move through the air with more ease, and that's why the aerial movement in Odyssey is a little better than, I don't know, like SM64 or something like that.
Objectively, totally.
Also, Cappy helps with that too. Well, it's just a little bit easier for anyone to just. You have a lot more control.
Yeah, the mid-air movement in this game is very intuitive, I would say.
Yeah, I totally agree there. And I got into a discussion with some people about whether vectoring was intended, as a game mechanic, because it can seem kind of counterintuitive when going diagonally is faster than going straight forward. But at the same time, it does make sense that you can gain speed in any direction after a jump. It feels just intuitive for gameplay, and it's one of the reasons.
It lets you change your direction midair. You know, the original Super Mario Bros. You had a lot less control over. Once you jump, you're pretty committed.
Yeah, but another really intense sub area here. Lots of really tough movement. Getting the first section very nicely, using the ledge grab to refresh the cap throw there.
I don't do this strat because it's terrifying.
Nice. I feel like it has to save 3 to 5. It's a lot.
Probably. It is a significant time save, but it's weird.
It's hard.
Yeah,
and
it's
risky. And this is 2 hours and 36 minutes into a 3-hour long run.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to justify a 5-second time save that's that difficult, even if it is 5 seconds.
Yeah. Lots of strats like that. But there's
yes,
2.
In this kingdom, we'll have the moon dump. So if you are looking for that, it'll be in about 4 minutes' time. So yeah, be my last bit of downtime for the run, basically. Oh, okay.
But yeah,
we are. Oh, go on.
Yeah. We're gonna be meeting up with this tourist for one of the last times, but first catching this bunny. Zero
That's-
issues there. Completely
Yeah,
intended.
that was how I meant to do it. You know, that's my regular movement.
Of course. No issues whatsoever. But there we go. Grabbing the moon from the taxi guy. He's just so happy to see Mario that he gives him a moon. So pretty nice stuff there. Wholesome.
Also, yeah, Almond's moon dump is much bigger, obviously, Habo. I think there's like, isn't it like, it's a lot. Also, my camera didn't turn up there, but that was me trying to do a camera manip strat. Okay, it doesn't matter because I managed to spawn the Podoboo late and still miss the cycle. God damn it. Yeah, it's the moon rock.
So there we go. I'm gonna be spawning the rest of the moons in Luncheon.
And yeah, this is basically like, I usually consider this the final stretch for the run after the moon dump. Like once you get into Cap 2. It's like the last little bit.
Oh,
I forgot to turn my camera.
still okay. Okay. Yeah, good adaptation doing the single throw into the into the scissors. That way it was just the right distance to make it
Yeah.
into the other scissors.
5 head. But yeah, normally turn your camera up there to spawn the little scissor thing earlier, which makes it faster.
So now I'm gonna be doing one of the more risky portions. It's kind of rough. Oh well.
There we go.
Not this, but this is kind of tough too.
Yeah,
But
Podoboo jump's kind of annoying.
But basically, what we're going to do here, we get to do some pretty intense turnip movement. And the reason it's hard is because you can't use Cappy at all when you're holding the turnip. And it's hard to maintain your speed because you can't initiate rolls or anything. Oh, yeah, losing basically
This
all
is
of it.
not gonna work, yeah.
Okay, well, you know what this means?
It gets,
You have
we're in the
points for
mechanic outfit.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
well, yeah, if I miss that moon, I get the mechanic outfit, which BP likes, so yeah. Everyone
best-
wins.
The best part of the new incredibly not worth it route is the fact you get to end the run in the mechanic outfit, which just one of the best singular outfits in the game, in my opinion. Like you can have pretty good combinations, like the fedora outfit fits pretty well with some other moves, with some other ones, but mechanic is just really solid overall. You get the backwards hat for the style. There we go.
Yeah.
Gonna be putting it on, and normally there would be a little bit of a cutscene associated with putting on this outfit, but since we're going to purchase a moon right here, gonna be able to just skip that pretty nicely.
Yeah. And now we get to wear our hat on backwards. Pulp champ.
Yeah.
We're cool chant.
There we go.
This is actually the fastest backup in the run, which is funny because like buying outfits is normally something that's considered slow, but in this case it's not at all because we get to cancel, obviously, like BP said, putting on the outfit animation with the moon, and then the moon that we're actually grabbing is just up there. What went in the pot? You couldn't hear that, BP, but the pot just went off.
Probably a can or a bead.
Yeah.
If they go in a pot, they turn into coins. You know.
Oh wait. Yeah. Speak to me,
Now,
please.
This guy, he's very. He needs someone to fix him. Now Mario has a mechanic outfit on, so the robot thinks he's been fixed. It's another instance of placebo, you know, and he gives you a moon for it. So.
Now, all right.
The Power Moon economy. Oh yeah, let's see what we got here.
Oh yeah.
All
That has to be
moons pog.
Oh my god, that's like 1 in 7.5 trillion, but twice. That's like I don't even want to do that now. Over 75 squared is, and then 10 to the 24th or whatever. I don't know.
Alright, we should have 298 moons here. If we don't,
200? I think you mean 400 moons.
I
We're looking for 400 moons.
I literally read your DM as I said that, BP. BP said we should troll you guys and say I needed 400, and while I was saying that, I opened Discord and checked my DMs. Oh no, we're 2 moons short!
Oh, dang it! We're gonna really have to make up for this later on in the run.
Maybe we can go to Dark Side to get some extra moons there.
Please don't go to dark side. I've made that mistake more times than I want to admit. We are going to cap.
Back
That
to
one.
Cap.
Yeah, we're back to cap chat.
Back to
I don't-
Bonington.
You guys might not know this, but Source is actually fluent in Chinese. That's how he knew which.
Yeah, actually. It's definitely not just second from the left. And then for Lost, it's just the one with the longest text, is how I know.
Yeah, that's what I use as well. But it's all, I think it's 6 clicks over or something. I would know it if I was doing it by muscle memory, but like I just go by the number of clicks generally. All right, pretty intense jump here. Looking good.
Yep.
Nice.
We good.
All right. Yeah. I have gotten the long jump and then forgotten to hold Y on my cat bounce there, so I didn't want to say it was over, just in case something dumb like that happened. But yeah, once you get the long jump off the side, you're basically home free unless you just pull a BP and completely forget that you have to hold Y to bounce off Cappy in this game.
3 hours and still in cap? True. Actually, a very, very bad run.
Any percent grind session moment.
True.
But yeah, now we're a Paragoomba, and this guy here, he's not at all afraid of Paragoombas. However, something changed. He sees the mustache. It's just too much for him. So I'm going to be running away, removing the blockade he's making for the moon. And
What a silly Cap character. What are they called?
Bonneter.
Bonneters, yeah.
Yeah.
Not in my Yorkshire accent that cancels out the T's. They're bonneters. Cap
Oh, yeah.
stream? Pause for
Raphael's stream?
I would just do regular any percent cap ILs for it when.
I like to spam the Cap 2 emote. That's a good emote.
Yeah, but now we get to roll on and on.
Rolling.
The
We are
sub area.
rolling.
I hate this.
It forces you to roll. Like, you can just stand on it and Mario will start rolling. If this surface existed in real life, I don't even know what would happen. They would probably have to make you sign a bunch of waivers, and I don't know.
Yeah. But what's rough about this sub area is if you end up going off the edge, you will continue rolling. You cannot cap bounce to save yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really dumb that's the way it works, in my opinion. But
yeah, when you're on the floor in that sub area, it forces you into the roll animation, basically. Like, you can't leave it.
yeah. Thankfully, I would never die in that sub area ever. That would be incredibly slow, and I would never do that ever.
Yeah, if anything, Habo, Manchester Airport is probably closer to me than Pods.
Yeah, I do want to say this. This is just a fun little tidbit. So if you die after getting the first moon in that sub area, the second moon is actually too slow to warrant getting. So you literally just want to warp out from the beginning of the sub area rather than go through the entire thing. It's that slow.
That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, because there's another moon we're going to skip in this run because Source, after getting the mechanic outfit, is going to be at the correct number of moons. But there's a Luncheon Shards moon in the sub area that is literally faster than that second moon precision rolling if you die after grabbing the first moon. So
is it what? Just doing the shards in the in the challenge room? Yeah, okay.
Or the 2D moon, they're about the same time, assuming you take damage in the 2D area, which is basically you need to take damage.
Yeah, unless you are getting a 3 hour, 6 minute, 24-second world record time, and then you don't take damage.
That was RNG, bro. It's literally RNG. You got lucky.
Oh, okay, that's annoying. Oh, bird cycle. This might be interesting. It'll be fine.
You can make it.
Yeah, I just have to do it before notes instead of after, I think.
Yeah.
It'll probably just have to be the change that I make.
There's another bird cycle here. It's not super tight, and if you go a little bit too slow, you can get the bird before trying to squeeze in one last moon. Wait, that's suspiciously not a moon.
What?
Except
That is a moon. It's a star
How do I
shape.
explain?
Did I insta-capture that?
That would be sick.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would have been really cool. Oh, this bird. Come here!
I take the bird, then get the notes moon, then you'll get the bird.
Yeah, and then come back. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the moon takes a little bit of time to spawn, and it has to drop down just a little bit. So better to spawn this notes moon first.
Okay.
Taking notes?
Yeah.
Pimp notes?
Tim notes. Yeah, you can see all 3 of the moons that we need to get in front of us.
Yeah. These are actually kind of slow. You can get the bird in a different spot.
Yeah.
And that's faster on its own if you aren't getting these other moons.
Yeah, I usually do it that way if I don't bonk trying to get up from that lower section.
Yeah. And we've got another rabbit. Pretty...
Ooh, okay.
Mario's a fan of rolling bunnies in every
Oh,
Mario game. Dude, Mario Galaxy rabbits. Bunnies suck in that game.
Super Mario 64 DS rabbits.
Oh, yeah, those
I can't speak for the original 64, but, you know, the rabbits in the DS remake they're kind of cool, but...
Yeah, I'll see what's up. Thanks for the good luck.
Oh, look. Everyone's favorite post-game split.
Oh, lost 2.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Whoopee.
mean Moon 2, the most exciting.
Oh, yeah. Very, very content
I
filled,
may
you
have
know.
said
Moon
earlier
2.
that Seaside 2 is the most exciting, and while that still may be true, Moon 2 is a close second. It is a minute long, and you get 5 moons.
And don't forget, that minute includes Odyssey cutscenes.
Yeah, it is. Wait, nope, not that one. This one. There we go. How's this run going? 313 pace. It's not gonna PB anymore, but I can still get a 313, which I'm more than happy with for, like, what is, in essence, a no reset.
Marathon run at that.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to learn the glide on thing, where you can clip into the cage move. That would be fast.
Have we routed that in yet?
No, we haven't. There's actually there's a new strategy where there's a pretty interesting glitch where if you use glide on and are on a slope before you start flying, then you can clip into some surfaces, so you can completely skip having to break the iron cage. You might remember from Lost 1, but you can just completely skip that and instead use glide on and clip into it. But because it hasn't been fully routed in yet, but I think it could definitely save time, and it looks really good. Also, it could allow for a Wiggler storage BTT route, which I'm not kidding. And Wiggler storage, let's just get into this. Basically, if you unload a Wiggler off screen, also first intense jump here. Long jumping over to Toad, nice. But okay, Wiggler storage. Basically, if you throw Cappy out towards a Wiggler, a tropical Wiggler, while it's on screen, home in, and then turn the screen camera so the Wiggler is now off screen, then the Wiggler stops existing, because if it's off screen, it doesn't exist. So if you turn the camera back towards the Wiggler later, you'll suddenly warp and become the tropical Wiggler again. So with the iron cage thing, that could make a route involving that fast, but we have to experiment a lot.
Okay, that was close. Yeah.
We almost got a bonus death warp.
Yeah, bonus lost death warp. Yeah, that movement's very difficult because there's a bunch of small platforms that you have to land on, and yeah, using the Wiggler is kind of slow, so we just do it with Mario.
Yeah, very nice shards overall. Kind of scary at that one point, but pretty good.
Yeah, we're actually on cycle here for notes as well, which is good.
Yeah. More take some notes again, chat.
Okay. That's fine. It was a bit sloppy, but also I will hydrate on your behalf, Debspace. Or in Pods' behalf, I guess. Yeah, I could see that going pear-shaped.
Oh,
it's fine.
Okay.
Nope,
Yeah.
no issues whatsoever. I wasn't even worried for a moment. Okay, I was kind of hoping I could get it there. Alright, I do know a backup for this. If I do that. Wait, you're meant to jump. Okay, there we go. That's the backup.
I've never seen that back up.
Yeah, if you stand on one of the corners of the middle section, the bunny will alternate between the opposite two platforms.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
And yeah, you can use it to Also, yeah, why did I go and set this up beforehand? I don't have like a 316 anymore. It's just old muscle memory. And yeah, we'll grab the butterfly moon now.
It's a lot safer, and Lost U's a really intense split, so kind of makes
Yeah.
some sense.
Probably
Yeah,
like I wouldn't say
filled out
necessarily.
my personal best. It's one of my time, I lost 20 seconds there, but the 30 seconds I lost in the last split, I tend to forget that exists because,
Yeah.
Wait, I could have gotten a 305 still? I can't
Listen.
believe I just thought of that now. It's been how many months? Like 4, 5 months?
I mean, yeah, your
I got-
BPT was 305 into Darker.
Okay, watch out. We're getting into a very intense kingdom next.
Yeah. Aforementioned Moon 2. We actually get to meet Elon Musk.
There's actually a couple reasons why we actually go to Moon 2 for just 5 moons. You would think it'd be a waste to spend all this time with these extra cutscenes and going to the moon and all this, but a couple of the moons are important, like the Captain Toad moon is needed for a Toadette achievement. We only get one in the taxi. The taxi guy's here. He got to the moon somehow. We should have hitched a ride.
We also get a nice hint art moon. We spawned in Cap 2, so just overall a lot of value to Moon 2, and the moons are really quick, as you can see. Oh, by the way, meeting Elon Musk here, getting the car to space on the moon. So
I don't
But
know
yeah,
how
that-
he plans to get to Mushroom Kingdom later, but it's okay.
That taxi moon is like the furthest we go away from the Odyssey in this entire split, because yeah, the rest of the moons are really close, which is why the split is so fast.
And there's just a free moon floating in the air. And then there's a lump in the crater below. Over there. You can see it now.
always a little scary grabbing the moon up top here, because if you're just slightly too late or too early on your cap throw, then you can just completely miss the moon, and the back
Yeah,
is
that-
really off.
That was actually kind of close, to be honest.
It's always close, but I don't think I've ever missed it.
I very rarely miss it, yeah.
Yeah, I've missed it
Also,
once.
We are now going into Luncheon 3, so if I can be informed of which track won, yeah, this is now when we need it.
Yeah. Anyone who is not in favor of the currently winning track, I don't know which it is. I will be unbiased here. Get your donations in right now, otherwise you will not get what you want. So
But yeah,
quickly,
if
we
we
got about a minute and a half.
yeah, it's not long before. Oh, okay, well that was an
Remember,
interesting.
If you like dinosaurs, if you like pasta, if you like Tyrone 18, who has any percent world record, he likes dinosaurs too, so you could be his friend by liking dinosaurs and by picking track 4.
Track 4 is still winning by about
Actually,
80 points. Okay.
I cannot. Ooh.
I can't show. See, Source, what he's dying here just so you guys have more time to get your donations.
Exactly. I'm stalling so that somebody can donate 82 pounds so that we can
Yeah.
play track 46 instead.
Like, although I am a track 04 advocate, I will not shill too much as we are probably in the lead right now. So
Yeah, you're in the lead by
Yeah,
81 pounds.
There's no way that you guys pull it back and win with track 46.
So,
It's just
somebody's gonna have
It
to
would
clutch
never-
it out. Okay, I'm just
But
bonking
until then-
everyone.
Oh, accidental bonk, sure, Source. Definitely accidental.
Guys, quick!
Maybe it's going to kill the fire bro here too. Okay, you didn't.
Yeah.
You can accidentally kill that fire bro and it takes a long time to respawn.
I wanted to intentionally kill it, and it hasn't died. It's sat right on the edge of the platform, although this should still be fine.
I mean before you light the torches.
Well, now it's dead.
You got him.
Yoink.
Revenge.
Yeah, we'll do a little warm up here.
Do a little Goomba-ing, you know?
We do a
Goomba.
little.
We're gonna ride this corn. And then we're actually meeting Goombet's height standard for
Yeah.
first time in the run.
We only need four Goombas for this.
You can actually do it with one.
Yeah, you can do
Listen,
it with one. Technically, you can do a trick jump from the corn. You know, Goomba trick jumps are among the best trick jumps in the game.
Listen, chat. Size doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter if you've got one Goomba or 8. It's not about the size of the boat. It's the motion of the ocean.
Inspiring, truly.
Yeah, very inspiring words in Luncheon 3.
Don't spin drill off the edge. Don't.
I'm not. Don't worry.
Okay, I did
I
that.
have.
Okay,
I
let's
did
hear
it
to the
for-
music now.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I assume track 4 is 1. So can I please get Cappy back?
It's kind of sad, you know.
All right, you guys have to listen to the Dino song. There you go.
There we go.
This is
banger you
Optimal. We're saving you time, Source. Why are you not grateful?
Because I'm not on PP pace anymore. This runs
And problem?
El Problemino.
You gotta make it under the estimate.
Yeah, I don't know if this will be under 330. It's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
You want to give it
if-
5 FRS attempts?
I've literally never performed Darker FRS before.
Yeah, well, you got the 2 best coaches in call right here.
True.
Imagine, that would be insane.
You guys just teach me while we're doing this. How to...
I'm sure this would go perfectly.
Yeah, I there would be absolutely no problems.
Yeah. Yeah, Darker FRS is a skip that saves you a whopping 9 seconds at the very end of the run and risks 2
If
minutes.
you die, 2 minutes. It's not a big deal, guys. Really, you're thinking too hard.
Yeah, I do love risking a 2-minute time loss for a 9-second time save on the last 3 minutes of the run. Seems very worth to me indeed.
Nice jump
Yeah, I don't
over
see any
to
issues with this.
Road Salt Island.
I actually buffered the input for once. Pog.
I know, I told you. You just gotta press A right before you land.
Yeah, I tried it. It didn't work until then.
It only works when I'm watching. It's like,
True.
I don't know what it's called because I'm not there yet, but
Yeah, 4Dude must permanently be tuned into the Source or Pod stream.
Nice spin. How much is the difference? Oh, for Kill and Save the Animals? I think Kill and Save the Animals is like 20-30 seconds or something. I'd say it's about that.
Hmm?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
confused.
DevSpace is asking how much is the difference between the actual monetary values.
Ah, I see.
I'm being
I see.
stupid.
Well, I must say, we are generally in favor of killing the animals in this run.
Seagull.
Particularly the end.
do we?
Make
What,
it-
do we? What happened?
You gotta let
Yeah,
Glidon
Glidon.
dip off the edge.
I think a
Or
lot
the
of
wire.
the birds and the bunnies, they don't die. They leave because they're bored. They're like,
Well,
this guy
but
already
Glidon.
took my mood. Or maybe like the bunnies are just they no longer have a power moon, so they just are out of energy and they just take a nap.
No.
I mean, yeah, exactly, Wham. That's why I made my incentive something that won't kill my run if I'm on PB pace. Because, yeah, if I'm on PB pace, I want a PB, not kill the run for an incentive.
Wait, what's the kill save for?
It's for Super Metroid.
Oh, okay. I was
It's
I
not
thought it was
for
for this
Darker.
run and I was very confused. And I was like, wait, what? Okay.
No.
Got it now. But yeah. Anyway, now we're on to the last kingdom of this run. Oh shoot, I
Before
gotta pull this
Darker.
up. Well, okay, yeah, before Darker. Yeah.
I tried spamming to mash the text and I just kept turning it on and off again.
I hate when I turn off the music and then I exit the menu in Toadette.
Oh, I've done this.
I'm like,
Yeah.
No, I did this in my PB actually, and it lost like 3 seconds. It was so dumb.
Yeah, because he has like an entire monologue like, this is not a track.
why did
Yeah.
you not pick anything, Mario? What are you doing? I'm
I
like,
asked you to play
don't
music
even-
that I
don't
liked, idiot.
just let me pick the track again, okay? That's all I want. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be our last shop moon of the run with a solid 80 coins left over, despite getting the mechanic outfit, which costs an extra 200. So plenty of coins in this route.
Yeah,
If
we're
you
always...
were to do,
good.
way over. If you were to do the very slightly faster, much more difficult route, then you would need around 200 more. And those, did you use Mooncliff?
I think I upwarped, yeah.
Yeah. But you would have to do a pretty precise trick in Cloud Kingdom to get a hint art moon, to get a point hint art for the rest of the 200. So.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the point. You can upwarp with literally any moon, but well, any moon that spawns in. But yeah, obviously there's only some that are next to walls that you can use to clip through.
Even some moons that are spawned, you can still do it depending on how they are.
Yeah, like, for example, in Flooding Pipeway, in 2-player, you can do a moon clip even though the moon is always there.
Yeah.
2-player? People arrive?
Wait, you're telling me there's a mode for 2 people to play this game at once?
Yeah, but some people like to play it by themselves, but use their feet to control the second character.
That would be very interesting.
It would, wouldn't it, Ovo?
Yeah. I wonder who has the world record for 2-player, 1-player, 2-controller, any percent.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, we're now subverting Goombet's expectations the most, you know. You're supposed to have
Just put one.
How many Goombet? You just do one, you don't even drain the moat either.
Yeah,
so nice coin.
Thanks.
Then you gotta collect like 8 or 9 Goombas or something. And
nice hitbox.
I highly dislike this cylinder walls.
Yeah, it's awful.
They aren't actually cylinders, they're multi-sided shapes.
Yeah, they also suck a lot. I'm backing up and trying again.
Yeah, it's like the analogy for why pi equals 4. You just have a bunch of sides and you squish them together, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. But and that's how those cylinders are made. They're not actually circular.
Alright, we're gonna let Blue Pie 3142 take over for this section.
Okay. Well,
we got Toadette.
First, let's explain how Toadette works. So basically, throughout the run, you're gonna be doing a whole lot of different stuff that Toadette likes for whatever reason. Like you get chess moons; those are so fancy and cool. If you get a lot of chess moons, we'll get an extra moon from Toadette because reasons. You also get it if you do a lot of jumps, cap throws, etc. You don't get all of these in the Toadette achievements, but basically you just cash in for everything we've done throughout the run. But it's gonna take a while. We got like 4 minutes here, so we gotta scroll through past the time somehow. So I'm curious, do any of you guys in chat know why all of Mario's bosses generally take 3 hits to defeat? It's because he's a real big fan of hat tricks. So let's see, what else have I got here? I have a notepad of these.
It's just a notepad. Yeah, in BP's runs he normally tells these jokes.
Yeah, I've failed math so many times that I can't even count. I went to buy some camo pants, but I can't find any.
They're so bad, they're good.
Yeah, I don't want to do too many more of these lest all the viewers leave. But yeah. But yeah. This is what you have to look forward to on the BP stream. So if anyone likes puns, feel free. But yeah. We got to get 31 moons from Toadette in this section. So 62, the queue for when we actually leave Warp to the Odyssey and Globe for our last moon dump is going to be when there's 62 moons in the top left. So yeah. Until then, we got some time to kill if there's any donations or anything. But yeah. This run's been pretty good overall, right? The only main things I guess were Sand 2 and Lost 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, besides that, I was on reasonable PvP pace until Sand 2, so I'm happy with this.
Okay. I guess, also Blowy Noe was kind of cringe. But
Yeah, blowing over was really cringe. That's what put us behind.
yeah, it happens. That trick, it's like sometimes you just have the feel completely down, and then when you get into a run, it just never works. I
Yeah, exactly.
don't really get why, but yeah, it's definitely happened too.
Only there
Probably
was
all
an
of us.
alternate strategy that was more consistent.
Get your triple jump out of here.
Yeah. 043 reverting, despite being the world record holder in this category, is reverting to a slower strategy.
So that I don't lose time.
SMH.
Well, yeah, but why not just get it first try? Like, duh.
Forehead.
Wait, think of that. I gotta admit, BP, you're
Yeah.
just brimming with good ideas.
Yeah, it's definitely not like I got 10th try most recent attempt. That would never happen. Always first.
Oh, we're about to hit 60, I think. 60 moons soon. No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
3
yeah.
more left. So
It's only
you
3
gotta
more and
hope.
then we're good.
Every
You
row
gotta
is
hope
10.
Toadette has the required number of moons left.
I was gonna say we.
Please.
I don't think I forgot anything, but you know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, we're good.
But there we go.
There
Yep.
we
That's the last
go.
one. All right, it's time for Darko.
500 moons in 3 hours and 8 minutes. Now we're just gonna BD gamer through the darker side of the moon.
Yeah, this should be like a 314. I would say is what this is looking
Yeah.
like.
Definitely. I mean, if you just suddenly became the most legendary Darker runner of all time and pulled out a comp slob Darker, you could definitely get a 313. But
I'm Source28, so we're getting a 314.
see, you currently need a world record level, just individual dark side split to get a 313. However,
Yeah.
I think that the current Darker side record, like the individual level, is a little unoptimized. But like you need the Darker FRS strat. You need some really intense movement for the beginning that most people don't go to. So
at the end, you know.
How did you
Yeah.
lose? How did you actually lose 30 seconds so far?
I messed up the lava bubble and then I messed up the uproot. So I didn't die, but it was just sloppy.
Also, the best thing about this run is that I get to reach my final form. I have returned to frog.
Yes, frog.
It's sad that there's not another frog section. I feel like, I guess...
Smoge.
Yeah. But here we go. This is the dungeon. Very risky part. There are no checkpoints, similar, likened to, I guess, the perfect run SMG2, Champions Road 3D World. Just the final level, even though you don't have to collect every single moon before achieving it. But very easy to accidentally take a death, and that'll put you very far back in this area, so gotta be really careful. So here we go. First part's relatively easy, but coming up we gotta capture this lava bubble, and there's a whole lot of I forget what these are called like in the game, but these little spiky
Moon snakes.
things. Moon snakes, yeah. Oh yeah, they are called moon snakes. That's really dumb, but okay. But yeah, gotta dodge all of those. Really hard to avoid damage actually, but making a really good way through it. So here now, are you doing freezing waterway?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Yeah.
I'm a bitch.
I mean, it saves 3, so understandable.
Does this have 3?
Yeah.
Might have to take a look into it if it saves 3, but you know.
I mean, it saves you if you do it perfect.
I mean, yeah, true, and it is pretty damn hard compared to like this strat.
Yeah,
You have to be really confident with your uprooting, because if you stretch and you think you are too confident, but you don't make it, then you bonk and you possibly die. That would be bad.
So now we're gonna tongue the sides of the wall with Yoshi, which saves just a little bit of time each time you do it, because going back and forth between the walls, you're still going up, but you also get a little bit of extra height from Yoshi. So saves just a tiny bit every single time. Oh, here we go.
Lol, no.
Frank.
Not a
Wait,
chance.
Killer save Yoshi. Killer save Yoshi.
I mean, I kill Yoshi and like in my.
Oh wait,
strat,
yeah,
I
you
kill
do the
Yoshi.
you do the fast strat at the
You
end.
can leave
Okay.
the Yoshi on.
There's still time.
Leave the Yoshi
Nope.
on the.
£10 or the Yoshi gets it.
Here we go, the launch. Woo! Poor Yoshi.
I never
Lived a good life.
actually. I usually just uncaptured Yoshi if I'm not.
Yeah, I did for a long time, and then I realized that I could use it to skip that last little section, so yeah, I do that now.
Okay, one last victory round of track 4, you know.
This is not track 4.
Dinosaur. So.
Oh my god,
It's still
no.
alive. It is not a dinosaur.
So wow,
Okay.
the end of Dark are really hard
Just
on
gotta
killing the
be-
animals.
Boost from the gust of wind.
Yeah, I just have to shake the ever-living shit out of my
So
arms for like a whole
We
minute.
skipped the Fork section, the Pokio section, the Foggy section, the Bowser section.
The
Yeah.
Donkey Kong section.
Oh,
Or is
yeah,
it the
the
barrels?
We'll call it the Donkey Kong section.
I've only actually done that area once. I did it about a week or
I've
two
seen
ago.
it so long. I've seen the room
Dragons,
before it.
hey,
Pokio.
Source Dragon says if you go for spin throw, you skip. I'll go for Gwen skip in my run.
Yeah, alright, I'll do it. That sounds... I have no idea
Yes.
what Gwen skip is, but I'll do it for the
Yeah,
content.
Make sure to
Okay, but delay the spin throw.
Yeah.
Don't do it immediately. Okay.
Ta-da.
Yeah,
Okay.
easy money.
Yikes. That's so
Have fun, dragons.
stupid. And before
Winner.
it's not even a skip. Okay, we're coming up on
Yeah.
the end. Cappy's gonna get a little bit sappy, but
Yeah, thankfully
Anyone
we don't
who
have to
reads
read it.
Chinese can understand.
we've been through a lot together, Mario.
Wait, oh no! I thought for a
You've
second
died a
someone
lot
said
and left
314.
me alone. You've left me on a scarecrow too many times to count.
That's it.
I won't. There's no audio cue.
My
for it.
timer didn't
Dragons,
stop.
we have it in writing.
Stop! The time is not stopping.
You're right. Just spam your split key. You probably have splits open by accident. Maybe it'll stop eventually.
It's not stopping. It was a 3:14:35.
Will they get to 314 now? It was
Oh, it's 3:15 now. Darker for 3:15.
It's shaking the whole house. Yeah, but it wasn't 3. Yeah, because Eden's in the other room. Yeah, it was a 3:14:35, which I'm happy with because that's less than 2 minutes off of my PB. So yeah,
That's pretty
that
good.
wasn't too bad. I'll tell you what, I can fix this actually. If I do this, and then I do that, ta-da!
Ah, I see.
5 No, it's accurate.
Did you just change the starting time to 3:14?
Yeah, I changed the
Okay.
starting time.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yeah, force the
that's-
CD for sure.
That's Odyssey Darker Side. Thanks to O4 and BP for helping me commentate this mammoth of a run. And yeah, thanks to Habothon for hosting. Thanks to everybody for donating. We obviously reached the goal during this run, which is pretty pog, which is all thanks to you guys. But yeah, thanks to everybody for watching. We have... Is there an up next? Yes, there is. It's on the stream layout. We have Mega Man Extreme 2. I think that's by... Yeah, it's by Focus Sight. So yeah, stick around for that. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here for now. I'm gonna see, do I have any information coming in from base? Are we good to wrap it up? But yeah. Thanks everyone. I hope you all have a good
Thanks for
rest of the
this run.
marathon.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
And blast commentating.
Yeah, I think we're good to just hop out.
All right.
See you
Later.
guys later.
See you later.
All right, everyone. Thank you, Source and the commentators, for that awesome run, dude. That was insanely cool. I never watched the Darkest Side speed